I have a city in the desert. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 376. It's really a trap. When the Eye of the Desert Scenic Area was mentioned, a group of fans started asking questions. The Little Prince: yes, what is the Eye of the Desert Scenic Area? Sister sitting on the bow: is it a new scenic area? Seeing so many people asking questions, Jiang Chen smiled and said, the Eye of the Desert Scenic Area is my new scenic area. I can't tell you now, but everyone will come to my live broadcast room on time at 7 o'clock tomorrow. I will broadcast the Eye of the Desert Scenic Area to you. After Jiang Chen sold an advertisement, he started the lottery mode. After the lottery started, Jiang Chen directly drew 50,000 free coupons. After the lottery, the winners were naturally very happy, but Jiang Chen also made a requirement for them. That is, these winners must also go to Xinmei Travel Agency to sign up for domestic tourism projects. Not only that, when Jiang Chen was drawing the lottery, he also specially set up that the winners within a week would not win the prize for the second time, so that he could ensure that more people would go to Xinmei Travel Agency to participate in tourism activities. After turning off the live broadcast, when Jiang Chen was about to drive back to the wooden house town, his mobile phone rang again. This time it was still a call from Song Jiaqi. Jiang Chen, you are awesome. You are born for live streaming. Do you know how much money we made today? Song Jiaqi was a little excited when she spoke. She had completely lost her cold queen image. Judging from the tone of Song Jiaqi's speech, Jiang Chen knew that he must have made more money this time than yesterday. You made a total of 11 million today. Oh my god, we can't believe it. You are simply a cash cow. 11 million, this is definitely a huge sum. You know, according to the re-agreed profit sharing ratio, Jiang Chen will take 60%. This means that Jiang Chen will take 6.6 million from it. That's great. I'm in need of money right now. Manager Song, you must send me the money from the past few days, as soon as possible. After all, Jiang Chen is still planning to build his Taoxi scenic spot. Don't worry, we will be able to remit the money to you soon. In addition, Mr. Lee will meet with several high-level investors today. Our Chili Live is really going to rise. Jiang Chen has no interest in the rise of Chili Live. The reason why he stays in Chile is not because Chile can give him a lot of money every year, but because he wants to use Chile as a platform to advertise his scenic spot. After hanging up the phone, Jiang Chen fell into a deep sleep. After dawn the next day, Jiang Chen drove towards the Desert Eye Scenic Area. The so-called Desert Eye Scenic Area is actually a huge deep pit left by the Cactus Giant Pillar Scenic Area after the first tornado hit. Jiang Chen has a lot to do. First, he has to build a road to the Desert Eye Scenic Area, and then plant green land next to the Desert Eye Scenic Area. Not only that, he also has to install a fence next to the Desert Eye Scenic Area, so that this scenic area can be truly put into use. The live broadcast will start in the evening. Let's fix the road first, Jiang Chen said, and then he drove the car and chose a road to plant trees to the Desert Eye Scenic Area. After planting the road, he planted desert giant cacti on both sides of the road. After planting the desert giant cacti, Jiang Chen built a desert parking lot next to the Desert Eye Scenic Area. After the parking lot was built, Jiang Chen started to green the area around the Desert Eye. When the greening was completed, Jiang Chen called the promotion manager again and asked him to recruit people to install a fence for the Desert Eye Scenic Area. The fence could not be installed in a short time, and they had to prepare various equipment, so the promotion manager called Jiang Chen back and said they would come to install it in 2 days. In the evening, Jiang Chen started the live broadcast as scheduled. When he started the live broadcast, more than 1 million people flocked to his live broadcast room. Jiang Chen's live broadcasts in the past few days have indeed brought them something very shocking. Now watching Jiang Chen's live broadcasts has become a kind of expectation for them. Hello everyone, I'm Jiang Chen who loves farming. Today I'm going to take you to see the Desert Eye Scenic Area. You can follow my car. We'll start from the giant saguaro forest scenic area. As long as we pass through the wind cannon fortress and walk less than 40 miles, we can reach the desert eye scenic area. Jiang Chen started the car and drove towards the end of the desert. Naughty monkey. Host, the desert eye is not just a big pit in the desert, right? Want to meet at a bar? If it is a big pit, don't waste our time. After all, there are so many good live broadcasts on Mayo waiting for us to see. Don't worry, although the desert eye scenic area is a pit, this pit is definitely a pit you haven't seen. Cat ears, aren't you talking nonsense? We haven't been to the desert, we definitely haven't seen it. This small table next to me, I said you haven't seen it. There are quite a lot of people arguing today. Jiang Chen smiled. He didn't say anything. The car drove all the way to the desert eye scenic area. After Jiang Chen stopped the car, he took his mobile phone and walked directly to a hillside in the distance. After climbing up the hillside, Jiang Chen pointed the camera at a huge pit in the distance. The pit covers an area of more than 40 mu. There are mountain-like sand dunes around the pit. At this moment, Jiang Chen has planted Bermuda grass on the dunes. Everyone can take a look. This is my desert eye scenic spot. This skylight is bottomless. I can let everyone take a closer look first. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he held up his mobile phone with a selfie stick and looked at the skylight. Sure enough, under the illumination of Jiang Chen's camera, the huge skylight looked down and was pitch black. There was no end in sight. Ahaha, oh my god, I have never seen such a big sinkhole. Can someone tell me how deep the sky is? Lodal, can't we just find a measuring tool to measure it? Fengguan Yiren, if you stand next to such a big hole and sing, there will definitely be an echo. The echo effect must be very good. After Fengguan finished speaking, Jiang Chen stood beside the pit and shouted into it. Sure enough, the pit began to echo. The sound of the echo was very wonderful, making his shouting sound much better. Jiang Chen suddenly had an idea. This place is simply a natural big stage. If he built a super large performance base here and used the echo effect of the sky eye, wouldn't the concert be amazing? Thinking of this, Jiang Chen looked at everyone and said, when the tourism festival opens, I will build a super beautiful concert site here. I will purchase the most advanced sound and various recording equipment in the world. Everyone who wants to hold a concert is welcome to come here to sing. Spring Voice Association, if you can build this place well, then our Spring Voice Music Festival can consider holding a spring concert there. Shangjing Chorus, we can also go to your place to sing at that time, but you have to give us free tickets. Soon, more than a dozen people from the Musicians Association also stood up to support Jiang Chen's dream. Not only that, some people also suggested that Jiang Chen build a super recording studio here, so that when they want to record songs, they can come to Jiang Chen's place to record. Chapter 377, The Locust War. Looking at so many people's messages, Jiang Chen answered very seriously, okay, since you have everyone's support, I will announce now that I will invest at least 100 million to build the Desert Eye Concert Hall. Of course, this 100 million is only used to build a recording studio and various equipment needed for the concert. I will invest more money in other places. Xiaoming Music. 666. When the time comes, I will be the first to support you. Star Factory. If the effect is particularly good, we will also consider cooperating with you. Art Life. Wow, Star Factory has come out. It's really six flying. Star Factory is the largest music record company in China, and their artists occupy half of the music scene. Okay, thank you for your support. Everyone just wait for my good news. After Jiang Chen finished the live broadcast of the Desert Eye, it was still early, so Jiang Chen led everyone to visit the current living conditions of the people. Although everyone knows that the people of Yi City and Mo City have survived, no one knows anything about their situation in the desert. Now Jiang Chen wants to take this opportunity to lead everyone to understand the living conditions of the people in the scenic area. In the early morning, after taking fans to visit the wooden houses where the people lived, he interviewed many people on the spot. The people shared with them the stories of how they resisted the storm this winter in front of the camera. The fans loved to listen to them, especially the stories with more twists and turns, which made the fans almost fascinated. When it was getting dark, when Jiang Chen was about to turn off the live broadcast, a group of fans were still there asking him to listen to the stories again. But when night fell, the people all went back to their houses to sleep. After thinking for a long time, Jiang Chen looked at the live broadcast room and said, "This winter story can't be told in 1 or 2 days. How about this? I'm just going to build a website about the stories of Sahara people. When the time comes, I will have people collect all the stories of everyone and publish them one by one on the website so that everyone can learn more about the story of the winter storm." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the fans nodded and dispersed. At night, Jiang Chen called Guan Ku and others over. He wanted to discuss with everyone about the construction of the Sahara Story Network and the construction of the Desert Eye Concert Hall. After Guan Ku and several others arrived, Fatty Wang also followed. Fatty Wang handed Jiang Chen a few roasted locusts and said, "Brother Chen, you haven't eaten yet. I specially roasted a few locusts for you to try." After Fatty Wang finished speaking, Jiang Chen picked up a large locust and started eating it. As soon as the locust entered his mouth, a meaty aroma instantly spread in his mouth. Not only was there a meaty aroma, but there was also a vegetable aroma in the locust, and there were also various flavors mixed together, which was simply delicious to the extreme. Well, delicious. Fatty Wang, is this the new method you developed? Yes, it's the new fancy roasted locusts I developed. Brother Chen, let me tell you, I have developed these locusts into more than a dozen delicious dishes. I have made them in all the methods I can think of, and I have also asked many people to try them, and they are all very satisfied. It's really good. Fatty Wang, you must have something to ask of me by sending me food. Ahem, what did you just say? Am I that kind of person? Fatty Wang, I just saw that you have nothing to eat, so I sent you some delicious food. Really? I'll leave that thing. You can leave. I have to go to a meeting. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Fatty Wang hurriedly shouted, "No, no, 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 I have something to do, no matter what. The president is here too. I was thinking, our scenic spot will be open soon. Can these locusts be handed over to me to manage then? You see so many dishes I have developed. I promise to pay a lot of money to our group then." As soon as Fatty Wang stepped into the door, Jiang Chen knew what he was thinking. This is also a resource of our group. You can't manage it just because it's in your scenic spot. Guan Ku wanted to make it a business card of Sahara Group. What do you mean, President Guan? Aren't they just a few locusts? What's wrong with you handing them over to me? Fatty Wang quarreled with Guan Ku on the spot. Guan Ku didn't seem to be ready to give up the right to compete for these locusts, so he also quarreled with Fatty Wang. You know, whoever gets the jurisdiction of the locusts will have millions or even tens of millions of income every year. After all, when the scenic spot is open, there will be tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of tourists every day, and these tourists will become potential consumers of these locusts. Of course, more importantly, these locusts are the only locusts in the world. Even if you sell one of these locusts for 100 yuan, there will be people who buy them to try them out. Why should you be in charge of your scenic area? And you must hand over the tourism rights of the grassland scenic area today. After Guan Ku finished speaking, Fatty Wang became even more unhappy. He looked at Guan Ku and shouted, "I said that after my animal husbandry group is established and my factories start to make money, I will definitely hand over the jurisdiction to you. What are you quarreling about now?" The two people were about to fight. Jiang Chen looked at them and sighed. Okay, we are all brothers. Why are you quarreling? What can't we sit down and discuss and solve? Brother Jiang, I also have an opinion today. Fatty Wang must hand over the leadership of the grassland scenic area to our Sahara scenic area construction and management group today. Our group only has 2 scenic spots, but we have to bear 60% of the debt of the entire group. This is unfair, no matter how you calculate it. After several people sat down, Chen Jianzhao stood up and spoke first. After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Guan Ku also said, "We owe more than 80 billion this time. All the group companies of our scenic area, including the cement company, have handed over all the money to pay off the debt, but the grassland scenic area has not paid a penny, and they really made a lot of money. Is it possible that they don't want to contribute after making money?" After Guan Ku finished speaking, Fatty Wang waved his hand and said, "You are all intellectuals. Intellectuals can't do anything but talk. I can't argue with you. Can't I just leave?" After Wang Fatty finished speaking, he wanted to run away, and several people went up to block the door. You know, the income of each of their groups determines the income of their employees and themselves. When it comes to their own money, who is willing to give it to others easily? What's the matter? You still want to fight? I'm telling you, if we fight, I can beat 10 of you by myself. Fatty Wang said arrogantly, and Chen Jianzhao pointed at him and said, "What can you do if you beat 10 of us by yourself? Let's see whose territory this is. Do you believe that you can't leave the wooden house town with just one word from me? Okay, sit down. Today, while our scenic spot is not open to the public, I will solve this matter for you. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 378. You are my Zhang Fei. In the wooden house, Jiang Chen said he would solve their problem, and several people sat down. After a few people sat down, Jiang Chen looked at Fatty Wang and said, "Fatty Wang, the management rights of the grassland scenic area should be handed over to the Sahara Scenic Area Construction and Management Group. In the future, all scenic areas will be under their jurisdiction. When the time comes, they will unify the management of all aspects of tourist placement, and it will appear formal." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Fatty Wang stood up instantly. "Brother Chen, now that you have them, you don't need me." Fatty Wang, right? Okay, just pretend that you don't have a brother like me. I will go back to Wanjiang soon, and take the people back with me. Fatty Wang was about to leave. After he finished speaking, Jiang Chen looked at him and shouted, "Fatty Wang, don't you support my work anymore? When we were in Wanjiang, when we had nothing, you were willing to follow me to the desert. Why don't you listen to me now that we have money? I think this is unfair. I have been managing the grassland for the past year. Why can they take it away just like that? Okay, stop talking. The desert locusts belong to you. The desert animal husbandry group belongs to you. Wanjiang wine industry and Wanjiang food group all belong to you. Okay." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Fatty Wang scratched his head, thought for a while and said, "Okay, but I have made an agreement that the tourism projects in Wanjiang village will be under my management." Speaking of Wanjiang village, Guanku was the first to stand up and object. The grassland cannot be destroyed for farming, otherwise, if the desert rises again, the whole grassland will be finished. Look at you, you monkey manager, you just know how to oppose me everywhere. When Brother Chen and I built the desert, you didn't know where you were squatting. Now that we have built the desert, you come to bully me, right? After Wang Panxi finished speaking, Jiang Chen sighed and said, forget it. The grassland will give him 100 acres of land. Now the desert sandstorm has passed. It is estimated that there will be no big waves in the next 5 years. This piece of land should not cause sandstorms. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Wang Kan joked on the side, that's right. Brother Jiang is right. Let's do it this way. You all give in a little bit and just give Brother Jiang face. After Wang Kan finished speaking, the other CEOs also persuaded him. After all, now that Wang Panxi has handed over the tourism jurisdiction of the grassland, it is not too much to give him some compensation. After all, Wang Panxi is also a good brother who has been through life and death with Jiang Chen. Okay, then give Brother Jiang a favor. Let's take a step back. The desert locusts belong to you, and we will also allocate 100 acres of land in the grassland to you. But we have to make it clear that you cannot carry out tourism activities on the land given to you. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. I earn more than you just by selling cattle, sheep and locusts. You just wait and see. By the end of the year, I will give each of my employees a year-end bonus of hundreds of thousands. I wonder who will follow you next year. After Wang Panxi finished speaking, everyone laughed. After this matter was made clear, everyone happened to be there, so Jiang Chen talked to everyone about the construction of the Desert Eye Music World. Jiang Chen's proposal was quickly approved by everyone. In order to better build the Desert Eye music world, after discussion, they decided that the Sahara Scenic Area Construction Management Group would wholly own the Desert Eye Music World Management Company. This company is only responsible for the construction and daily management of the Desert Eye. After the company was established, Jiang Chen handed the matter over to Chen Jianzhao, and then Jiang Chen discussed with everyone about the construction of the Sahara website. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, everyone started to discuss. Sahara Scenic Area is very popular now, and in order to retain people who care about Sahara for a long time, they really need to provide them with a place to communicate and discuss. This is another reason for the establishment of the Sahara website. After nearly 2 hours of discussion, they decided to establish My Sahara Story Network. Sahara Story Network is divided into several sections. The first section is My Sahara Story. This section mainly shares everyone's stories about Sahara Scenic Area, such as everyone's travel experience, photos taken, etc. At the same time, Jiang Chen will also organize people to publish some stories of people resisting winter storms here. The second section is Sahara News. Here we mainly publish some new events in Sahara Scenic Area, including Sahara's newly launched scenic spots, Sahara's discounts and various news of Sahara Group. The third section is a chat room and live broadcast room where you can chat in real time. It is called Sahara Chat. In Sahara Chat, everyone can enter various chat groups to chat at any time. Of course, Jiang Chen will also play some videos of Sahara Scenic Area here. After My Sahara Story Network was approved, after discussion, everyone decided to set up Sahara Media Group separately. My Sahara Story Network will be managed by Sahara Media Group, and Sahara Media Group will be managed by Sahara Group. It was late at night. After everything was settled, everyone said goodbye and left late at night. Jiang Chen left Fatty Wang alone. Jiang Chen talked a lot with Fatty Wang that night. Jiang Chen told him that if the Sahara Scenic Area needs to develop, it must rely on those who are in charge. But he couldn't let Fatty Wang down. After all, he was the first person to follow him to the desert. At first, Fatty Wang didn't understand Jiang Chen very much, but Jiang Chen told him the story of Liu Bei, Zhu Liang and Zhang Fei, and Fatty Wang soon understood. So this night, Jiang Chen also untied Fatty Wang's knot. After dawn the next day, there was nothing good to live broadcast in the desert, so Jiang Chen was going to stop broadcasting. But before leaving, Fatty Wang asked Jiang Chen to help him promote locusts. Brothers have to help, so Jiang Chen agreed very readily. As the evening came, the setting sun sprinkled on a green grassland, and the golden light shone on people, stretching their shadows very long. Hello everyone, I'm Jiang Chen who loves farming. Today I will give you the last live broadcast of this month. After this live broadcast, I will take a break for a while. Jiang Chen has already told Song Jiaqi and others about the live broadcast. If the Chili Live channel wants to develop in a truly healthy way, it is impossible to rely on him alone. Jiang Chen can only help them here now. What happens next depends on them. Of course, Chili has also raised a lot of money in the past few days. They will definitely use this money to attract more traffic internet celebrities. These things are not what he worries about. Mouse loves to eat beans. Wow, the anchor is live again. Didn't you say yesterday that you would not live broadcast? Fortunately, I came here specially today to take a look. Main melody, hahaha. I also came here specially to take a look. I didn't expect the anchor to live broadcast again. Fortunately, I didn't miss it. Where is the king going? What will the anchor broadcast to us today? Is there anything fun in the desert? Chapter 379, transformed into a food broadcaster. Speaking of live broadcasts, Jiang Chen straightened his clothes and said to the camera, yes, today I will live broadcast some food for you. You must be very curious. There must be no food in the desert in the past few months. What do our hundreds of thousands of people rely on to survive? Spread wings. No, don't say it. Needless to say, you must rely on cannibalism to survive. Warm sunshine. There is grass in the grassland. If I guess correctly, you must rely on eating grass to survive. Little stupid girl, it's not a sheep who eats grass. A group of people were talking, and Jiang Chen laughed. Indeed, we used to eat grass, but now we have something else to eat, and the grass has been returned to the cattle and sheep. Song Yi, what do you eat now? quietly walk. I saw that the people were all fat yesterday. I'm still curious, what do they rely on to survive the days when there is nothing to eat? Jiang Chen saw that he had successfully attracted everyone's attention, so he smiled and said to everyone, "This is what I want to introduce to you today. Let's take a look at this thing first. Have you seen it?" Jiang Chen raised a big locust. After he finished speaking, a group of fans were stunned by the big locust in Jiang Chen's hand. Flowers with snow in the wind. Host, what is this? Why does it look so much like a locust? Time is like flowing water. Isn't this the grasshopper we often roasted and ate when we were young? Fast running on the highway. That's right. But why is this grasshopper so big? Why is it like a mouse? Did he called? Host, do you mean that you rely on eating this to survive the winter? No, we eat biscuits in winter. Now the people in Yi City and Mojiang live on this. The scenery is not the same as the four seasons. Can this thing be eaten? Yes. Why does it look weird? What does it taste like? This thing is very delicious. There are many ways to eat it. Today I will take you to taste it. Jiang Chen turned into a food broadcaster. Fatty Wang had already prepared a table. Fatty Wang first brought Jiang Chen a portion of cold locusts. Jiang Chen cut the locusts into several halves, like eating Western food, then used a fork to dip the locusts in the ingredients prepared by Fatty Wang and started eating. Well, delicious. Very delicious. You must dip it in soy sauce. When you eat it cold, it tastes especially fresh. A group of people watched Jiang Chen eat locusts, and they also swallowed their saliva. Where is it now? I'm hungry watching the broadcaster eat. Okay, let me show you another way to eat it, Jiang Chen said, and pointed his phone at Fatty Wang. At this moment, a grill had been set up next to Fatty Wang. Fatty Wang held a few locusts in his hand and started grilling them on the grill. After a while, the fist-sized locusts were grilled golden. Fatty Wang handed the grilled locust to Jiang Chen, who cut it in the middle with a knife. After cutting it, the meaty locust appeared in front of everyone. See, this is a grilled locust. After grilling, the locust is crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The protein content is very high, and it tastes very refreshing, Jiang Chen said, and started eating it with chopsticks. After Jiang Chen ate a grilled locust, Fatty Wang's oil pan was already boiling. Fatty Wang took a few smaller locusts and threw them directly into the oil pan to fry them. After a while, after the grasshoppers were fried, a meaty aroma wafted in the air. Now we are eating fried locusts. When eating fried locusts, we must drink some wine. When we meet up with a few friends, it will be so comfortable. After saying this, Chen King picked up the fried locust and started eating it. Jiang Chen ate it with relish. Of course, the locusts were indeed delicious, so he looked very natural and not pretentious at all, which made the tourists look very real. Zioergwa, Anchor, can we buy this kind of big locust? King Chen Nyanhua, yes, I'm hungry after seeing it. Can we buy it to eat? More and more people asked about it. King Chen saw that the advertisement had been put up, so he hurried to introduce it. This kind of locust is called desert super locust. These locusts can only be eaten in the grassland. Of course, after the transportation in the northwest is restored, we will also sell it online. At that time, everyone can directly log into the Taobei store of Wanjiang Food City Group to buy it. Jiang Chen has discussed with Fatty Wang about the locusts, and they decided to set up the Wanjiang Food City Group. The Wanjiang Food City Group now focuses on locust food stores, roast duck stores, roast chicken stores, beef stores, mutton stores, barbecue stores, and several other food stores. In addition, the Wanjiang Food Group has also launched the Wanjiang Wine Industry, which is sold together with the food. In the future, Jiang Chen and Fatty Wang's Wanjiang Food Group will jointly sell these foods and wines online and offline. As for online sales, they mainly place them on Taobei.com. Yizheng, really? That's great. I will definitely support your business then. Feelings that cannot be stopped by wind and frost. Can I buy it in Sahara shop? In the future, you can also buy it in Sahara shop. By the way, let me tell you again, when you eat fried locusts, remember to drink some of the purest grain wine on the grassland. Remember to recognize the brand of Wanjiang Wine Industry. Jiang Chen also advertised Wanjiang liquor. Jiang Chen believed that as long as people bought it, he would not worry about people not buying it for the second time, because the price of Wanjiang liquor and locusts in the early morning was very affordable. Wanjiang liquor brewed with river water from the plains only costs 150 yuan per bottle. You should know that this is pure grain liquor, and it is brewed with the sweetest river water in the desert. Wanjiang liquor is cheap, and locusts are also cheap. Now the desert is full of locusts. A sack of this kind of locusts is not worth much money. Therefore, when Jiang Chen sells it out, he also sells it by pound. This pound of locusts is only 15 yuan, and even the current price of pork is much more expensive than it. Young heart, anchor, if we book in advance now, is there any discount? I don't want to grow up. Yes, if we order in advance now, is there any discount? A group of people shouted for discounts, and Jiang Chen was about to go off the live broadcast. After all, his food live broadcast was over. So Jiang Chen thought about it. Since they wanted a discount, then just put it together with a lottery. There is a discount. Now I'm also going to end the live broadcast, so I will just combine the discount with the lucky draw. Migu big bookworm. Wow, luckily I came in time and caught up with the lucky draw. What is the lucky draw this time? Smiling, how is the discount this time? Now we are launching a discount package, which includes a bottle of Wanjiang wine, 2 kilograms of fried grasshoppers, 1 kilogram of cold grasshoppers, 1 kilogram of grilled grasshoppers, and a plate of barbecue. The original price is 500 yuan, but now it is 300 yuan cheaper, only 200 yuan. Chapter 380. The rescue team has arrived. Sahara Group rarely launches such cheap packages. You should know that a bottle of Shakwan water from Sahara Group costs 50 yuan, and now a bottle of wine is only 100 yuan after the discount. Mayoden, wow, this package is too cheap outside. These dishes and a bottle of wine are enough for 3 or 2 friends to sit together and have a drink. Kung Fu Monkey, okay, I'm ready to make a reservation. Now tell me where to make a reservation. Donkey Car, I just searched taobi.com, and there is no store for you. After a group of people finished talking, Jiang Chen hurriedly explained to everyone. Our Taobi store is not online yet. We are now organizing people to build a Taobi store. It will be online within 2 months at the latest. In 2 months, the traffic in the northwest should be almost cleared. At least Fangjin Airport will definitely be cleared. By then, they can transport these things out through Fangjin Airport. When Jiang Chen went off the live broadcast, the popularity of his live broadcast room had reached more than 70 million. So Jiang Chen knew that after his Taobi store went online, desert locusts would definitely be a hot seller throughout China. It is definitely a good thing that desert locusts are selling well. But Jiang Chen was afraid that all the locusts would be eaten. So after turning off the live broadcast, Jiang Chen called Wang Panzi over. After Wang Panzi came over, he picked up the wine glass and poured some wine for himself, then clinked glasses with Jiang Chen and said, "Brother Chen, you just finished the advertisement. I can already feel that my locusts are going to sell well. It will definitely be popular throughout China. By the way, Wang Panzi, you have to think about it. These locusts must be supplied for a long time to ensure that Wanjiang Food Group can make money for a long time." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Wang Panzi picked up a roasted yellow locust and said, "Brother Chen, don't worry, I have called on herders to start raising locusts. In addition, I have led people to raise hundreds of acres of locusts in the desert. In the future, I plan to build a desert locust breeding factory on the border." After Wang Panzi finished speaking, Jiang Chen nodded. Artificial breeding plus a constant flow of locusts from the desert will definitely be enough for tourists to eat. By the way, Fatty Wang, after the traffic is restored, you still have to go to the mainland to buy dairy cows and cattle. We have such a large grassland, we must find a way to make use of it. And the dairy factory must be built this year. I know you must have saved a lot of money. Take it out. Only money can make more money. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Fatty Wang scratched his head and said, "How do you know I still have so much money? I secretly put them in Guaki Bank. I was thinking about building a dairy factory, a slaughterhouse, and a milk powder factory after the traffic is restored. By the way, Brother Jiang, Vice President Lau and the others want to go to the desert to find the source of the locusts. Do you want to join them? Anyway, it's boring to stay in the scenic area this winter. We might as well go on an adventure. Fatty Wang said that he wanted to find the source of the locusts, and Jiang Chen suddenly became interested. After all, he was so bored after the arrival of spring. Sure, when are they going to leave? Vice President Lau said they will leave when the locusts in our scenic area are almost under control. Okay, just remember to notify me when the time comes. The two of them drank on the grassland until dark. After dark, Jiang Chen did not rush back to the wooden house town. He strolled around the grassland with Fatty Wang. When he was in Wanjiang village before, Jiang Chen often strolled around the village with Fatty Wang. At that time, the chicken of Aunt Lee's house next door was lost, and they wrongly accused them of stealing it. Fatty Wang even fought with him for this. Time passed quickly in spring, and roses began to bloom in the blink of an eye. Spring has come, but the people of Yi City have not returned yet. The rescue team has not arrived yet, and they still have to rely on desert locusts to sustain their lives. One day, when Jiang Chen was directing everyone to build the desert poppy scenic area, County Magistrate Song of Mojiang came in a panic. Mema, County Magistrate Guo, Zio Jiang. Good news, good news. The first rescue team is here. They are now parked at the Mojiang Expressway. County Magistrate Song shouted excitedly to everyone while running. When a group of people heard that the rescue team had arrived, they also excitedly waved their hose and cheered. I knew it. I knew they would never give up on us. After Mayor Ma finished speaking, he tightly shook County Magistrate Song's hand. County Magistrate Song looked at Mayor Ma and others and shouted, let's go to meet them quickly. Let's go to meet our soldiers. After Mayor Ma finished speaking, Jiang Chen pointed to his Mercedes-Benz and shouted, Mayor Ma, get in my car quickly, my car is fast. The Mercedes-Benz drove on the endless desert. The warm wind in the desert blew in through the window. Several people could hardly suppress their excitement on their faces. After rushing to the exit of the expressway, a group of people saw a neat green convoy from a distance. Those were large military trucks, and next to the large trucks stood teams of soldiers standing like pine trees and cypresses. As soon as a few people got off the car, a burly and powerful company commander in his 40s saluted them. Squad 7 of the 139th Company has been ordered to come to the rescue. The dark-skinned company commander's clothes were a little torn, and he had heavy scars on his hands and face, and he walked with a limp. Jiang Chen looked at the military vehicles, which were also damaged to varying degrees, and the soldiers, although they were full of energy, were all covered with scars. Thank you for your hard work. Serve the people. Mema held the company commander's hand tightly, his eyes moistened. Shang Jing called them, and they would arrive in Mojiang within 2 months at the earliest. But Mema looked at the time, and it was only a month away. At this time, they all knew the situation in the entire Northwest. To compress the 2 months to 1 month, it meant that these people would need to march day and night. In fact, they did so. Plop. While a few people were talking, a soldier fainted on the ground. Jiang Chen hurried to his side, and he was still breathing. Jiang Chen reached out and helped him up. His body was very light. What's wrong? After Jiang Chen finished speaking, a doctor in a white coat came out of the convoy. He reached out and turned the soldier's eyes, looked at his mouth and sighed. It's okay. He fainted from hunger. Hurry up and give him something to eat. Also, let everyone take a break. You guys are paving roads and building bridges without eating or sleeping. Even a strong man can't stand it. Hungry? Aren't there food in the trucks? Why don't you eat? County Magistrate Song looked up at the trucks. Each truck was full of food. The people need it more than we do. After the company commander finished speaking, Jiang Chen's tears welled up as he looked at the pale and skinny soldiers. Who in this world can be so great? Only them. Thank you, thank you. After Mema finished speaking, he held back his tears and bowed deeply to them. Chapter 381. Even the strongest man can't stand it. Standing next to the car were all 17 or 18-year-old children. They endured hunger, cold and fatigue, and looked at Mojiang regardless of their own life and death. They owed them a thank you. Report to Myanmar. We were ordered to transport 20 cars of 1,000 tons of food. Now 15 cars have arrived successfully. 750 tons of food. Please accept it. Yi City accepted it. Thank you. These are just a few simple numbers, but Jiang Chen knows the sacrifices behind them. Only 15 of the 20 cars arrived, which means that 5 cars were damaged on the road. Captain Lee, quickly organize everyone to eat something. I will have someone make beds in the scenic area immediately, and you all have to have a good rest. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he secretly vowed that he would never let down these soldiers who saved his life in the future. As he often said, there are 3 types of people in this world who cannot be let down: soldiers who defend their country, doctors who save the dying and the wounded, and teachers who teach and educate people. For any nation with hope, a country with hope, these 3 types of people are the most noble people. At noon, the sun shone warmly on the earth. A Mercedes-Benz led more than a dozen military trucks and drove slowly towards the desert scenic area. When all the cars arrived at the Bermuda scenic area, the road was already full of welcoming people. Those people saluted the military trucks one by one. The soldiers on the car looked at the hundreds of thousands of people lining the streets to welcome them, and they were moved to tears. Thank you. You have worked hard. Thank you. Thank you for saving us. Li Lian Chang, who was on the truck, saluted everyone, and thunderous applause rang out on both sides of the road. After the truck stopped at the Bermuda scenic area, the ambulance of Sahara Hospital had already driven over. A dozen weak soldiers were quickly sent to Sahara Hospital for treatment. Looking at the rescued soldiers, the company commander's eyes were wet. He thought of the brothers who died on the road, and he gritted his teeth to prevent his tears from flowing. However, under the blue sky, looking at the white clouds, he thought of the trucks washed away by the flood in the dark night, and the brothers buried by the snow in the avalanche, and his tears instantly flowed down his dark cheeks. Jiang Chen didn't know how to comfort Captain Lee. He knew that the affection between comrades was like brothers, and the sacrifice of any one of them was an unspeakable pain in their hearts. Captain Lee, we will always remember your sacrifice for Yishi. Captain Lee, please quickly organize the surviving brothers to eat something and rest. After Ma finished speaking, Fatty Wang had already driven a large truck to deliver hot locusts. Fatty Wang, who was always stingy, heard that his comrades had come, and he also pulled all the freshly brewed wine over. At noon, a group of extremely sleepy soldiers ate a simple meal and fell asleep next to the truck. Jiang Chen couldn't bear to disturb them, so he asked the people in the scenic area to bring quilts to cover them. The rescue team delivered supplies, and Ma organized everyone to distribute the relief supplies. The whole afternoon passed by in this busy schedule. Late at night, when the last batch of supplies had been distributed, Jiuo Keming and Ma found Jiang Chen. Now with the first batch of supplies arriving, Ma knew that they should say goodbye and leave. In the living room, Ma and Jiuo Keming also brought a bottle of wine. Not only that, they also brought some dishes, because they knew that Jiang Chen must not have eaten after a busy day. Seeing Jiuo Keming and Ma coming, Jiang Chen hurriedly cleaned up the table, so the 3 of them put the side dishes on the table and drank wine. The dishes were simple: 2 pieces of bread, a few fried locusts, that's all. Zhao Jiang, I'll fill your glass. Thank you for extending your hand and helping us during our most difficult times. Thank you for giving us a bite of food to feed our people when everyone had no food to eat. After Ma finished speaking, he raised the glass and drank 3 cups in a row. After drinking these 3 cups, Ma's face turned red. Zhao Jiang, don't say anything, it's all in the wine. Jiuo Keming drank 3 cups in a row, and the bottle of wine was almost finished. Jiang Chen walked into the room. There were still a few bottles of wine sent by She Wenfei in the room. He had never been willing to drink them, so the 3 of them drank with the humble dishes. What's the point of thanking or not thanking? We are all Chinese, and Chinese people should help each other. After 3 rounds of drinking, several people started to talk about business. Zhao Jiang, the 2 of us are here today, mainly to say goodbye to you. We and the people have been here causing you trouble for several months. Now that the rescue team is here, it's time for us to go back and rebuild our homes. Yes, it's time for us to lead the people back to rebuild their homes. Zhao Jiang, we have made up our mind. After dawn, we will organize the first batch of people to return to Yi City. After the two of them finished speaking, Jiang Chen thought for a while and asked, "Are you in such a hurry to go back? The ice and snow in Yi City and Mojiang have just melted not long ago. Why don't you wait until the ground is dry before going back?" After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mayor Ma shook his head and said, "We can't wait that long. We have spent too much of your money in these few months. In addition to saying goodbye to you, the two of us came here today to talk to you about the accommodation and food expenses for our stay here for the past few months. After all, they are all honest and kind people. They will not let Jiang Chen suffer any loss, because Jiang Chen saved them. They cannot repay kindness with enmity. When it comes to compensation," Jiang Chen smiled and said, "It is only natural for me to save you. I don't want compensation. Besides, in this winter, if you are not allowed to live in my house, no one will live there, so it would be a waste to leave it there." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mayor Ma shook his head and said, "No, you can't say that. You have built us a house and electricity for the past few months, and you have also provided us with food. We certainly can't just not show any appreciation. Yes, Zhao Jiang, you name a price, and we will apply to Shangjing when the time comes. Later, our Yishi will return the money to you." As the two spoke, they took out a piece of paper. This was the notarized document they were going to write, and they even brought the official seal. They knew that Jiangqing's scenic spot was very expensive, and it would cost hundreds of yuan to stay here for one night. They had more than 100,000 people living here for several months, and they didn't know how much it would cost. Moreover, Jiang Chen's scenic spot charged admission tickets, and this would definitely cost tens of billions of yuan after counting the admission tickets. So they could only write an IOU first, and then slowly find a way to go to Washi and Shangjing to ask for the money, and then pay it back. Really, there's no need. Mama, don't you two know what kind of person I am? If you two continue to do this, don't blame me for kicking you out. In the face of national justice, Jiang Chen wants to take their money. Is he still a human being? Chapter 382, Selling Electricity to Yi City. In the wooden villa, Mayor Ma and Jiuo Keming nodded after Jiang Chen finished speaking. They had long thought that Jiang Chen might not want their money. Then let's do this. Didn't we sell the Mojiang New District to you? Let's use the money from the land in Mojiang New District to offset the expenses of us ordinary people here. After Jiuo Keming finished speaking, Mayor Ma also nodded and said, "Yes, anyway, if we take your money now, our conscience will not be at peace. I'm afraid no one will buy the land in Mojiang New District. It's really a ripoff for you to buy it with so much money." When the two talked about Mojiang New District, Jiang Chen laughed. That piece of land was indeed a ripoff. At least that's what outsiders thought, but Jiang Chen knew that he would definitely green the desert. By then, it would not only not be a wasteland, but a treasure land. No, we have to distinguish between public and private. I bought the land myself, so whether I have to pay or not is up to me. How about this? If you insist on giving me money, why don't we just cooperate directly? Jiang Chen knew that just like Jiang Chen didn't want to take advantage of them, they didn't want to take advantage of Jiang Chen either. So if they didn't want something, they probably wouldn't be willing to do it. Cooperation. What kind of cooperation are we doing? Our cooperation is Jiang Chen's Sakura Bay Villa. Although it was late at night, but Jiang Chen's door suddenly rang. Hearing someone knocking on the door, Jiang Chen hurriedly got up and went to the yard to open the door. Under a crescent moon, there were several people standing outside the door, who were several executives of the Sahara group. "Brother Jiang, we know you didn't eat dinner tonight. Come, let's have a good meal and celebrate that we are finally saved." After Guan Ku finished speaking, he reached out and picked up a bag of fried locusts to show Jiang Chen. A person squeezed in behind Guan Kubik. This person was none other than Wang Kan, who was holding a bag of soy sauce in his hand. "Brother Jiang, locusts with soy sauce are better than living gods. We were just talking about something, and you guys came. Come on, since you are all here, Mayor Ma and County Magistrate Jiuo are here, let's have a good talk." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he let a few people into the house. Just as a few people entered the house, the door suddenly banged again. Brother Chen, open the door. You bastards are so mean." You asked me to carry the lamb leg, but why did you lock me out? Believe it or not, I have already eaten the lamb leg outside the door. Hearing the rough voice outside the door, Guanku slapped his forehead and said, "Hey, you are so happy that you even forgot about Manager Wang outside." Jiang Chen, who was closest to the door, stretched out his hand to open the door, and Fatty Wang walked in angrily carrying a lamb leg. "You bunch of intellectuals, full of bad ink, know how to bully honest people like me every day. Be careful that I won't give you the money I make in the future." "You, Fatty Wang, you say we bully you every day. Why don't you say you bully us every day? You are really the wicked one who complains first." After saying this, several people took the lamb leg from Fatty Wang's hand. The lamb leg had been roasted. After several people entered the house, Mama and Jiuo Keming hurriedly greeted them. "Okay, everyone, stop talking and come and help." After Guanku finished speaking, Wang Bo came over with a knife and cut the lamb leg into pieces and then put them on the plate. So several people ate roast lamb and drank wine at the table in the house. You all came at the right time. Mama and County Magistrate Jiuo are about to leave today. It's a good opportunity for us to sit down and talk about something. After 3 rounds of drinks, Jiang Chen looked up at everyone and a group of people asked curiously, "What's the matter?" "Oh, the 2 of us are talking to you about the payment. We live here, use your electricity, and live in your house, so." Mama hasn't finished speaking yet. Guanku and others hurriedly shook their heads and refused. After all, this is a natural disaster, and they can't make money like this. After several people refused, Jiang Chen said, "We will never take Yi City's money, but I think we can cooperate with Yi City for development. The reconstruction of Yi City in the future is a long and arduous task, and after this sandstorm, everyone has clearly realized that many of Yi City's equipment cannot block sandstorms at all, so this is also where I want to cooperate with Yi City." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mama nodded and said, "Yes, this desert storm also made us see many problems we have. For example, our power system. Once the storm came, the entire power system collapsed. And our communication system is also a big problem." After Mama finished speaking, Wang Kan stood up and said, "Since Brother Jiang mentioned cooperative development, and Mama's power system is indeed a problem, why doesn't Yi City purchase our electricity? We also have this idea, but I don't know if your electricity is enough. After all, the electricity consumption in our Yi City and Mojiang and other places is very large." After Mama finished speaking, Wang Kan patted his chest and said, "Mama, don't worry. I'm not bragging. Now the electricity produced by our Sahara power group every year is not only enough to supply your Yi City, but also the entire Xin province." 2 months ago, Wang Kan didn't dare to boast like this, but when more than 20 windmill power stations on the grassland started to operate, Wang Kan knew that the entire Xin province, and even the entire northwest, seemed to have no problem using their electricity. "That's the best. I'll report to my superiors later, and then our Yi City will use your electricity." Mama dared to promise Jiang Chen, and he also had his own considerations. Now China focuses on controlling polluting enterprises. At present Yi City uses thermal power stations, which not only bring pollution, but also consume energy. They are completely incomparable with the solar power generation and wind power generation of the Sahara group. Of course, more importantly, Sahara's electricity can still supply electricity in winter, when the temperature is dozens of degrees below zero. They are not afraid of storms, and their cables are particularly cold resistant. As long as they use their electricity, do they still have to worry about winter storms? Mama just said that your communication is also a problem. Although our Sahara communication company was established relatively late, Mama, you have also seen that our communication is not affected at all in the Death Desert. If Yi City adopts our communication, then are you still worried that you will not be able to contact Shangjing and the outside world for assistance? Yang Sheng stood up and finished speaking, and Mama and Jiuo Keming nodded at the same time. Indeed, they lost in electricity and communication this winter. If they can use Sahara's communication and electricity, it will indeed be the best thing. Chapter 383 Reclaiming the Land. Mama was very happy when several people talked about in-depth cooperation. "Okay, I will apply to the higher authorities. If we can have more in-depth cooperation with the scenic spot, I think our Yi city will definitely become the largest city in the northwest, and it will also become the best city in the northwest. After Mayor Ma finished speaking, everyone agreed. You must know that Jiang Chen's various technologies are the most advanced technologies in the world, and the city close to the world's most advanced technologies will undoubtedly develop first. In this quiet late night, after everyone talked a lot about cooperation, they talked more and more speculatively. When it was almost dawn, Jiang Chen suddenly thought of the entire Yi city being blown away by the tornado, so he looked at Mayor Ma and asked, Mayor Ma, the old city of Yi city has become a ruin, how are you going to build it? Rebuilding a home is a very costly thing. Although Mayor Ma knows that their survival this time will definitely make Shangjing spend a lot of money to help them rebuild their homes. But if they rebuild in the old city, the cost is high, and the transportation is not very good in all aspects. We don't have any idea for now. Let's go back and ask for instructions in Beijing before making a decision. After Mayor Ma finished speaking, Jiang Chen smiled and said, you can't let the people live in ruins. Let's put it this way. Now the Yin and New district has been bought by me. Whether it is the geographical location or the quality of housing construction, the Yin and New district is better than the old city. I think you should hold the reconstruction ceremony directly in the Yin and New district. To be honest, Jiang Chen is also very happy that Yi city can develop and rise rapidly. Only with the rapid development and rise of Yi city can outstanding talents and business elites from all over the country gather in Yi city. Only their arrival will indirectly drive the development of the Sahara scenic area. Rebuilding a new city in the Yin and New district? Is this really possible? Mayor Ma's eyes lit up. Of course, he had thought about rebuilding Yi city in the Yin and New district more than once. But he also knew that the Yin and New district had been bought by Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen hoarded these houses and would definitely make a lot of money in the future, so Jiang Chen would definitely not easily sell the house to him. Speaking of Yin and New district, Jiang Chen looked at Mayor Ma and said, as long as Mayor Ma opens his mouth, I will sell Yin and New district to the government again, and you can set any price. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mayor Ma's face showed surprise. He was waiting for Jiang Chen to say this. If we can take back these houses in Yin and New district, we are willing to do so. However, we know that in the next 5 years, Sahara will definitely not be able to blow such strong sandstorms again. This means that in the next 5 years, this place will become a new investment hotspot, so if you sell it to us now, you will make a lot less money no matter what. Zhao Jiang, are you mentally prepared for this? There are more than 100,000 people in Yi city. It doesn't matter if we lose some money. Besides, people are alive and money is dead. We lose some money now, but when Yi city develops in the future, we will have more opportunities to make money. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mayor Ma toasted Jiang Chen twice and said, Zhao Jiang, you have such vision at such a young age. I, Ma Yaoi, admire you. I won't say anything else. We will write a report to Beijing, and then we will purchase your house at the price before the housing prices in Yi city collapsed. After Mayor Ma finished speaking, Jiuo Keming also stood up and said, Zhao Jiang, I also have a bold idea. You know that Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District are already connected, and now the old city of Mojiang has also been severely affected. I think it's time for us to develop together. Can you sell us the houses in Mojiang New District? In this way, our Yi city and Mojiang, as well as the bonded area, high-speed rail station, airport, and highway will all be connected together. In this way, we have the best time, place, and people, and I believe we will rise quickly. After Jiuo Keming finished speaking, he really felt that this was an opportunity to make their old appearance a new one in one fell swoop. Although he felt that he was a little too much, he thought Jiang Chen would refuse. You know, the current Mojiang New District is the best location for construction. It is also the place Jiang Chen wants to leave for his employees. Sure, as long as Yi city and Mojiang can develop, I will agree to whatever you say. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Jiuo Keming also became excited. He shook Jiang Chen's hand and said, okay, then I'll thank you on behalf of the people. I will also write a report immediately and apply to Beijing. Then we will acquire Mojiang New District according to the real estate prices in Yi city. Speaking of acquiring Mojiang New District, Chiffon stood up and said, "It's okay to acquire Mojiang New District, but I have a request. We must first reserve a certain number of employee dormitories before we can sell the others to you. And our Mojiang New District management group must control the storefronts of these houses we are building now. Otherwise, there is no need for our Mojiang New District management group to exist." After Chiffon finished speaking, the general manager of Mojiang Investment Group also stood up and said, we can sell all the rental buildings in Yunnan New District to you, but we will not sell all the storefronts in Yunnan New District to you." After Mojiang Investment Group and Mojiang New District Construction Management Group expressed their positions, Mayor Ma and Guo Keming also nodded and said, "Then we will only purchase residential buildings, storefronts and the like. Our government will not purchase them uniformly. When the time comes, you can sell or rent those storefronts and manage them yourself." Mayor Ma knew that it would be an astronomical figure to buy back all the residential buildings in Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District from Jiang Chen. Not to mention those storefronts, that was something he dared not even think about. Okay, then it's settled. From now on, the storefronts in Yunnan New District will belong to Mojiang Investment Group, and the storefronts in Mojiang New District will belong to Mojiang New District Management and Construction Group. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, several people nodded with satisfaction. In the early morning, several people who had stayed up all night fell asleep one after another. Mayor Ma and Guo Keming did not sleep. The two of them organized people from Mojiang and Yi City to draft the document, which took a whole day to write. When night fell, the document was drafted, and Mojiang and Yi City sent the application document to Xin Province. After Xin Province received the document, after Governor Li and others studied it, it was sent to Shangjing. When the document arrived in Shangjing, Shangjing launched a big discussion. When the document was finally approved, it was more than 10 days later. During these 10 days, the 3rd and 4th rescue teams sent by Shangjing had arrived. With the arrival of the rescue team, the people had food and supplies, and they also asked to return to their hometowns. So, Guo Keming and Mayor Ma led them back to Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District without getting permission from the document. After the document was issued, Mayor Ma drove to the wooden house town. After arriving at the wooden house town, Mayor Ma quickly told Jiang Chen the news. Chapter 384, Despicable Money. Mayor Ma was very excited, and of course Jiang Chen was also very excited. Jiang Chen took the documents handed over by Mayor Ma, and found that most of the requests of Mayor Ma and County Magistrate Guo on the documents were approved. For example, Mojiang and Yi City introduced electricity from Sahara Power Group and communication equipment from Sahara Communication Company. In principle, it was agreed to transfer the ruined Yi City to Yunnan New District for reconstruction. It was also agreed to transfer Mojiang County to Mojiang New District for reconstruction. However, when it came to the price of buying Jiang Chen's house, Shangjing raised an objection. They did not agree to purchase it according to the price before the collapse of Mojiang and Yunnan New District. In the end, Shangjing gave a guiding price, and the maximum recycling price for each square meter of house in Yunnan New District was 5,000 yuan per square meter. The price of Mojiang New District was cheaper, with a maximum recycling price of 4,000 yuan. Although this price seemed a bit low, Jiang Chen agreed immediately. You know, he bought the houses in Mojiang New District at 800 yuan per square meter. In the end, it was even more than 300 yuan per square meter, and he recycled them all. So now he can sell it for 5,000 per square meter, and he has made a lot of money at this price. As for Mojiang New District, Jiang Chen made even more money. The unfinished building he bought in Mojiang New District was like a gift for free. Zhao Jiang, if you agree, this document will take effect immediately. I will give you the highest price according to the document. We can sign contracts with the CEOs of these groups now. Tomorrow, Sahara Power Group can lay circuits in Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District, and Sahara Communications Company can also set up information network base stations in Mojiang and Yi City. Agree? Why wait until tomorrow? Let's sign the contract now. I'll call them all over. Mayor Ma, please notify your side too. Let's sign the contract in Muwu Town. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mayor Ma also said excitedly, okay, then let's sign the contract now. If we sign the contract today, we will start construction today. The earlier we start construction, the earlier Mojiang and Yi City can be built. Jiang Chen called the CEOs of the Power Group, Communications Company, Sahara Renewable Energy Group, Mojiang Investment Group, and Mojiang New District Construction Management Group. Mayor Ma also called all the relevant leaders of Mojiang and Yi City over, so the signing ceremony was held in Muwu Town. Jiang Chen signed the contract with Mayor Ma and Jiuo Keming. On the same day, Sahara Power Group began to lay cables from the power station between Line 1 and Line 2 to Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District. Sahara Communication Company also began to build communication lines from the base station of Line 1 to Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District. With the start of construction of the two groups, it also means that Yi City and Mojiang have officially entered a new era of technological development. The two groups successfully took over the markets of Yi City and Mojiang, which is also of great significance to the scenic spot. Of course, making money is one aspect, but more importantly, if you get this kind of strategic material, you are equivalent to getting the lifeline of Yi City, and Jiang Chen can also use it as a springboard to do business in every corner of the new province. After the two groups started to get busy, the handover work between Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District was also carried out in an orderly manner. A month passed quickly, and the people of Mojiang and Yi City had completely evacuated from the scenic area. Jiang Chen had people clean up the sanitation, and all the scenic spots began to prepare to welcome tourists. At this time, it was already the end of April. China was already a little hot, but Sahara was in the midst of spring. Jiang Chen called Governor Li to ask about the transportation problem in the northwest. Governor Li replied that with the help of the border guards and the entire country, all the passages in the northwest have been opened. And now the Urumqi International Airport, Yiwu Expressway and railways have all resumed operation. Jiang Chen was very excited after hearing this. Just as Jiang Chen was preparing to do a big job, something unexpected happened. At 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, Jiang Chen had fallen asleep, but his cell phone suddenly rang. Jiang Chen answered the phone in a daze, and an urgent voice came from the other end of the phone. Brother Jiang, something terrible has happened. Mayor Ma was taken away by people from Shangjing. All the projects of our power group and communication company have been asked to stop. Brother Jiang, you are familiar with Governor Li. Can you go and get some information? We have to find a way to save Mayor Ma. He is a good man. After Guan Ku finished speaking, Jiang Chen woke up instantly. He looked at his phone and asked, what happened to Mayor Ma? Why was he taken away? I don't know. In the evening, someone suddenly came to take him away. I sent people to Shangjing to inquire about the news. It seems that someone reported it, saying that the Ma market violated the rules and made many wrong decisions during the winter storm. In addition, when purchasing Yi City and Mojiang New District, Mayor Ma revealed the bottom price, which caused people's property to suffer losses, so Mayor Ma was taken away. After Guan Ku finished speaking, Jiang Chen knew that the person who reported it must be Kan Yaodao. Who else in the whole Yi City is so heartless except him? Jiang Chen said nothing, picked up his clothes and drove towards Yunnan New District. After arriving at Yunnan New District, it was already daybreak. Jiang Chen went straight to the Yunnan New District government. He wanted to find Kan Yaodao to ask for clarification. You know, if Mayor Ma hadn't been there during this winter storm, he wouldn't have allowed hundreds of thousands of people to go to his scenic spot. If only one of these hundreds of thousands of people survived, Jiang Chen wouldn't even be called Jiang. Jiang Chen kept cursing along the way. He was such a good man. Why did you want to harm him? How bad is your conscience? After Jiang Chen arrived at the city government, Mayor Kan was already waiting for him at the door. When Jiang Chen was about to question Kan Yaodao took the document and accused Jiang Chen first. Jiang Chen, you've come at the right time. I just have something to inform you. We are not going to acquire your Mojiang New District and Yunnan New District at such a high price. In addition, we are not going to cooperate with you, Sahara Power Group and Sahara Communications Company. What right do you have to make this decision? Because I'm the acting mayor now, I have the right to make this decision. Let me tell you, don't say that I didn't give you a chance. If you want to sell the house you have, then sell it at the lowest price you bought it for. Otherwise, get out of here as far as you can. My Yi City in Mojiang will not be your savior. After Kan Yaodao finished speaking, Jiang Chen snorted coldly. He looked at Kan Yaodao and said, okay, then I'll tell you now, I won't sell it. If you pay less than 10,000 per square meter, I won't sell you a single unit. Let's just wait and see. Jiang Chen turned around and left. Since you don't want to cooperate with me, then I'm too lazy to cooperate with you. At worst, we'll just never have anything to do with each other again. I don't expect that Yi City in Mojiang can still develop. After Jiang Chen left, Kan Yaodao was a little stunned. He never expected that Jiang Chen would not be in a hurry to sell his unwanted house. It was really surprising. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 385. You are the hypocrites. After Jiang Chen left the new district government, he drove to Mojiang Investment Group. After arriving at the investment group, Jiang Chen immediately announced that all the houses in Mojiang and Yi City would be taken back and all the people inside would be driven out. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Guan Ku was very puzzled. After all, the people living there were all from Yi City. Guan Ku came to ask Jiang Chen. After Jiang Chen told him the truth, Guan Ku was instantly furious. So Sahara Group ordered all those who did not buy houses in Mojiang and Yi City to be driven out. At night, hundreds of thousands of people who were driven out slept in the wilderness. There was no electricity in Mojiang and Yi City. The whole city was dark. Of course, there was no communication. All the communications were cut off. Hundreds of thousands of people came to Jiang Chen's Sahara company to seek explanations. It was very cold outside at night. After this night, I don't know how many people will be frozen sick. Of course, they don't even think about going to Sahara hospital for treatment. The people came to make trouble, and Jiang Chen met with the people's representatives. An old man in his 70s pointed at Jiang Chen and cursed, "You hypocrite, if you didn't want to save us in the first place, why did you save us? Now you have saved us, and you want to drive us out. What do you want to do? You say I'm a hypocrite. Okay, then I'll be the hypocrite. How many days have you stayed in my scenic area? How much of my food have you eaten? We will all follow the market price. You give me the money now. Also, if you want to live in my house, fine. You can live there if you pay. If you don't have money, get out of here as far away as you can." After Jiang Chen shouted, a big man in his 40s pointed at Jiang Chen and cursed, "This house was purchased by our government and given to us. Why do you take it away? And why do you ask us to pay you? If you bought it, you have the right to deal with it. But you can go and ask Kan Yaodao. They don't want to buy it anymore. And if it wasn't for Mayor Ma, you would all have frozen to death here. Now, Mayor Ma saved your lives, but you watched him being taken away and watched Kan Yaodao take the house back. Now you come to me and talk nonsense. You are the real hypocrites." After Jiang Chen shouted, the old man looked at Jiang Chen and asked, "What did you say? Our house has been taken back. What evidence do you have?" After the old man finished speaking, Jiang Chen threw the contract termination letter on the ground. The old man picked up the contract and looked at it. His face changed drastically. "I was wondering why we were driven out for no reason. It turns out that they don't want to buy it anymore. They keep saying that they will use the whole country's strength to rescue us. Is this how they rescue us?" After the old man finished speaking, several representatives around him also took the contract termination letter and read it. After reading the contract, they also lowered their heads in shame. Indeed, they are all reasonable and respectable people. You didn't give them money, but they took care of you for a whole winter. This is already the most they can do. Now you don't give them anything, but they still take care of you and give you a house. They are not your parents, so why should they support you? You just said that Mayor Ma was taken away. Is it true or not? You can ask Kan Yaodao to find out whether it is true or not. Hurry up and leave. I warn you one last time. If you don't pay the money in the future, don't even think about living in my house again, you ungrateful people. Jiang Chen felt that Mayor Ma was not worth it. After all, Mayor Ma saved them with his own life, and what did they do for Mayor Ma? Nothing. They still want to live in a warm house, which is simply a dream. After a group of people were driven out by Jiang Chen, the people's representatives went back to tell the villagers. When the villagers heard that Mayor Ma was taken away and the new Mayor Qian refused to buy houses for them, a group of people immediately refused to do it, and more than 100,000 people rushed to the new district government. The night was spent in quarrels and curses. The people surrounded the gate of the new district government for a whole night, and Qian Yaodao did not dare to speak out. The next morning, someone posted a video online of more than 100,000 people who had no place to live and surrounded the new district government to ask for an explanation. For a time, this news spread like a virus to the entire network. After learning about the situation, netizens condemned the actions of the new district government. The people had finally escaped from the natural disaster, but now they had to face such a group of ruthless people. How could netizens be willing? So at noon the next day, more than 100,000 people from all over the country took to the streets to speak out for the people of Mojiang New District. Qian Yaodao was scared when he saw the news was hyped up, so in order to appease the anger of the people, he hurried to find Jiang Chen to buy Jiang Chen's house, but Jiang Chen refused. As long as the people have no place to live, the people of the country will not give up. As long as they don't give up, Qian Yaodao will not be able to sleep. This matter soon spread to the top leaders in Beijing. The top leaders were also very angry after seeing the news. The interests of the people are their interests, and anyone who goes against the people is against them. So Shangjing made a phone call, and Qian Yaodao was dismissed on the spot. After Qian Yaodao was dismissed, the people wrote petitions to Shangjing asking Mayor Ma to come back and lead them to rebuild their homes. Ma Yao's case had not been investigated yet, so Shangjing naturally could not release him, but letting the people live in the house was the first thing they had to solve, and they had to give an explanation to the people of the country. So Shangjing called Jiang Chen and asked Jiang Chen to let the people live in first, but Jiang Chen refused. Jiang Chen also unceremoniously put forward his conditions, that is, since Qian Yaodao was unwilling to spend 5,000 yuan to buy his house, then 10,000 yuan per square meter would not be less. Jiang Chen also had to let them know that he was not someone who was easy to bully. Jiang Chen was not easy to deal with, and now Shangjing had to give Jiang Chen a face. After all, Jiang Chen had the green seeds that could control the desert in his hands, which was what they were afraid of. After failing to solve the housing problem, Shangjing reviewed Ma Yao's case overnight. After telephone visits, on-site interviews with the people, and finally after investigations of the Mojiang market, Mojiang housing prices and various aspects, Shangjing determined that Ma Yao had no problems, but he was the key figure for the survival of the entire Mojiang people. So Shangjing quickly issued an announcement to the public, which lifted Qian Yaodao's slander against Ma Yao and awarded Ma Yao the title of People's Hero, based on his contribution to Yi City, and announced the appointment of Ma Yao as the deputy governor of the new province and the mayor of Yi City. The moment Ma Yao was released, he heard that hundreds of thousands of people wrote a petition for him, and his tears burst out. If I can't govern Yi City well in this life and let the people of Yi City suffer from the wind and sand, I will never leave Yi City. Ma Yao swore secretly, and he didn't even attend the award ceremony prepared for him by Shangjing, and went straight to the airport. After rushing to the airport, Ma Yao happened to meet a few people who took Qian Yaodao to Shangjing. Ma Yao looked at Qian Yaodao, who snorted coldly and said, "Don't be complacent, you're just lucky this time. It's not my luck this time. As long as you care about the people, you will have good luck at any time. If you don't care about the people, you will end up on your own road sooner or later." Mayor Ma said and left without looking back. When Mayor Ma arrived at Yan'an New District, the internet in Yan'an New District had been disconnected, so he hurriedly drove straight to the wooden house town. Chapter 386 Desert Paradise. After arriving at the wooden house town, Mayor Ma reached out and knocked on Jiang Chen's door. He didn't know if Jiang Chen would give him this face. He wanted to let the common people move in first. After all, if they bought these houses at a price of 10,000 per square meter, they really couldn't afford so much money in a short time. The door creaked open. Jiang Chen saw that it was Myanmar, and he shook Myanmar's hand tightly without saying a word. The two met again, and Myanmar was quite moved. Well, Xiao Jiang, I came to ask you a favor. You see, it's really cold outside at night. I was thinking. Don't say anything. I understand. I'll call President Guan right now. You go back quickly. Let's still follow our old rules. I'm not a person who covets money. You know this. We agreed on 5,000 is 5,000. I don't want a penny more. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Ma Yaoi held Jiang Chen's hand tightly, and he was so moved that he didn't know what to say. Xiao Jiang, I knew you weren't that kind of person. I thank you on behalf of the people, and of course I have to say thank you too. Ma Yaoi finished speaking, and Jiang Chen waved to him. Ma Yaoi walked out the door without saying a word. There was an off-road vehicle parked outside the door. After Ma Yaoi got in the car, his tears couldn't help but flow down his cheeks. Governor Ma, what's wrong with you? Nothing. It's rare for a person to meet a few people who are kind and righteous, and I'm just a little happy. After Ma Yaoi left, Jiang Chen called Guan Ku, and on the phone Jiang Chen explained that they could first write an IOU and let all the people live in the new district. In addition, they should make every effort to build the electricity of Yunnan New District and Mojiang New District, and in the shortest possible time, the entire Yi City and Yunnan New District should be connected to the signal. Not only that, Jiang Chen also instructed that their electricity should not only not be higher than the original electricity price of Mojiang, but should be cheaper than their electricity, and their internet fee should be the same. Jiang Chen never thought that he would meet someone like Ma Yaoi who cared about the people, so Jiang Chen also regarded him as his confidant. So Jiang Chen wanted to help him, and he did his best to help him. Jiang Chen felt it was worth it to help such a pure person. After all, Jiang Chen knew his life, and his life belonged to the desert. Even if he was given more money, it would be meaningless to him. Okay, I'll send you off, and I should do some work. Jiang Chen stretched his body and drove the Mercedes-Benz towards the empty Xingyuan scenic area. Now that Jiang Chen has money, he should plant desert honey peach trees according to the instructions of the system. After all, if he wants to go deep into the desert, he must create a green avenue in the desert. And the only thing to support the construction of this green avenue is money, and all his money must be earned from the seeds given by the system. Now it is spring, and it is time to plant desert honey peaches. Jiang Chen drove all the way to Xinhuiling, and then he planted desert peach trees in the southeast part of Xinhuiling, which was the worst hit. The desert peach trees Jiang Chen bought were all 20-year-old peach trees. These peaches were extremely large, so each peach tree needed to occupy 10 square meters. Only 66 desert peach trees could be planted on 1 acre of land. Jiang Chen looked at the remaining land in front of him. There were at least 1,000 acres of land left, excluding the 200 acres of land for road construction and house construction. There were more than 800 acres of land left. If all 800 acres of land were planted with desert peaches, only 52,800 peach trees could be planted. Each peach tree cost 500 yuan, and so many desert peaches will cost 26.4 million yuan. Oh, it's really expensive. This is an investment of tens of millions. It's hard to say whether it can be recovered by then. Jiang Chen sighed, but he had to do what the system said. Let's plant it here. It happens to be connected to the Bermuda Lawn and the Xinhuiling scenic area. It will be a good place to create a tourist route, Jiang Chen said, and directly charged 26.4 million yuan into the farming app, and then clicked on the one-click planting to plant more than 52,800 peach trees on the land. After the one-click planting point was completed, the earth suddenly trembled, and then one by one, the thick peach trees drilled out of the ground like tree spirits. After drilling out, it kept stretching its branches and buds, and soon one by one, the super huge 20-year-old desert honey peach trees grew up. Jiang Chen looked at the desert honey peach tree in front of him. This desert honey peach tree was only 1 meter tall, and 3 or 4 thick branches oozed out from the tree. The branches were crooked and many small branches were sent out. Jiang Chen was very familiar with this desert honey peach tree, as he had planted such a tree in his hometown. It is indeed a 20-year-old desert honey peach. This tree is this big. If it is to produce desert honey peach, then I don't know how many desert honey peach this tree will produce. Jiang Chen seemed to have seen the fruitful desert honey peach, but the desert honey peach tree has not yet bloomed, so it is useless to think too much. After planting the desert honey peach, Jiang Chen thought about it. He couldn't just rely on selling the desert honey peach. After all, these peaches cost more than 20 million yuan. If he wanted to make a quick return on investment, he would definitely have to engage in tourism. Speaking of tourism, Chen suddenly thought of the peach garden. He left so much open space in the peach forest, so why not create a tourist attraction featuring the peach garden? Since the money has already been spent, we don't care about this little bit of money. Let's build a peach blossom spring theme park. Jiang Chen started planning. After he finished speaking, since the road here has been paved in advance, there is no need to repair the road. What he needs to do now is to further green it. In the morning, Jiang Chen took his mobile phone and planted Bermuda grass on both sides of the road and in large tracts of open space. In the future, these open spaces will be left for tourists to rest. Of course, when the desert peaches are ripe, they can also sit here and eat desert peaches. After all the empty places were planted with grass, it was already night. Jiang Chen did not rest at night. Under the moonlight, Jiang Chen clicked on the desert planting app. After selecting a few desert thatched houses from the house seeds, he began to plant desert thatched houses in the empty land left by Peach Blossom Spring. After planting more than a dozen desert thatched houses in the peach garden, Jiang Chen planted wooden houses in the peach forest. In addition, he also specially built several wooden house villages. When Jiang Chen finished planting all these, it was already noon on the second day. Jiang Chen was a little tired, so he fell asleep in the wooden house. When he woke up, it was already late at night. Jiang Chen took his mobile phone and set off late at night. Now he has 6 thatched houses, 4 wooden houses, and wooden villas scattered in different places. He decided to take advantage of the moment to further upgrade and transform Teohuayan. Just as Jiang Chen was preparing to further upgrade and transform Teohuayan, Jiang Chen's mobile phone suddenly rang. Jiang Chen opened his phone, and it was a message from the desert farming app. Is there a new seed again? There are no tourists in my scenic area now. Jiang Chen opened the desert farming app, and it turned out that the desert app sent him seeds. System prompt. Players who complete the planting task of desert honey peach will receive a new seed. Please pay attention to it. Sure. Complete the planting task and send seeds. Jiang Chen opened the seed mold to tell the truth. This time the system did not give him building material seeds. After Jiang Chen opened the ordinary seed column, he found a water lily-like seed. Seed introduction. Desert water lily seeds can be planted in the desert. As long as there is enough grass, desert water lily seeds can produce water. Its effect is the same as desert reeds. Oh my god, I was worried that I couldn't upgrade the Peach Blossom Spring scenic area. You sent me desert water lilies, which is just a timely help. After all, since Jiang Chen's scenic area is called Peach Blossom Spring, how could there be no water? Jiang Chen prepared to build more than a dozen water systems based on the terrain characteristics of Peach Blossom Spring. This is a very expensive job, but Jiang Chen is not short of money now. It just so happens that there is a relatively wide ditch in the Peach Blossom Garden, which can be made into a stream, and this stream also flows through every village. Since you sent me desert water lilies, I will build a stream. Jiang Chen clicked on the desert water lily seeds. After he finished speaking, he first had to look at the price of the desert water lily. Otherwise, this stream is dozens of miles away. If it is very expensive, he will not plant so many desert water lilies. Price reminder, desert water lilies are cheap because of their low technology. 1 acre of desert water lilies only costs 1,000 yuan. 1 acre of land only costs 1,000 yuan, which is indeed cheap. After all, Jiang Chen's stream is not that wide, and he knows that not every place in the stream needs to be planted with desert water lilies to have water. Very good, then start planting. Jiang Chen said, and directly rushed 100 million to buy desert Bermuda lawn. After he planted the desert Bermuda lawn in the stream, he bought more than 1 million desert water lilies and planted them all in the stream. After spending more than 100 million, a green stream soon appeared in front of Jiang Chen. Because of the desert water lilies, the stream water was as deep as a thigh in a short time. The stream water was clear, and you could clearly see the Bermuda grass waving at the bottom of the water. Above the stream, patches of green desert water lilies were swaying on the water surface. The water lilies have not bloomed yet, but Jiang Chen can already imagine how beautiful the whole stream will be after it blooms. Chapter 387, Break Your Wrist Again. After cleaning a main river, Jiang Chen built several more tributaries in the Peach Blossom Spring Scenic Area according to different terrains. When all the rivers were built, Jiang Chen nodded with satisfaction as he looked at the sparkling streams. Very good, the stream flows through the peach garden and the village, and this feeling really has some Peach Blossom Spring artistic conception. Since so much money has been spent, why not build some more villas? Jiang Chen said as he planted a number of scattered villas at the junction of the stream and the peach garden. Anyway, these villas can use solar energy to generate electricity by themselves, so there is no need to pull wires, he just needs to plant and that's it. After Jiang Chen planted wooden villas in every place suitable for villas in the peach garden, 2 days passed quietly. In the evening, the peach blossoms had not yet bloomed. Jiang Chen lay on a green lawn, looking at the sunset and the twisted and vigorous peach trees, and he felt so happy. This kind of happiness is not something that money can bring him. But when it comes to money, Jiang Chen does feel a little distressed. It cost him 300 to 400 million yuan to build such a peach blossom spring. 300 to 400 million yuan. What does this mean? It is the market value of a large company. 300 to 400 million yuan. Jiang Chen can buy countless houses in Mojiang with this money. But Jiang Chen thinks that all the money is worth it, because its scenic area is unlimited. As long as there are tourists, he can keep making money. Moreover, its scenic area tickets are very expensive, and there are many tourists. As long as the Peach Blossom Spring Scenic Area can really attract tourists, the income of the day will not be less than 1 million. After planting desert honey peaches, the roads in the entire northwest were opened, and the people returned to their hometowns one after another. At the same time, the Sahara Scenic Area was also ready for business. In April, the desert rose bloomed, and the clusters of desert roses made the entire Sahara group excited. Guanku and Chen Jianzhao and others began to formulate a tour plan for the new scenic area. According to their tour plan, the Sahara Scenic Area will be open to the public in April. The Sahara Rose Scenic Area, the Grassland Scenic Area, the Wooden House Town Scenic Area, and the Desert Living Cactus Forest Scenic Area are all the main scenic spots this time. In mid-April, when Guanku was about to call Xinmei Travel Agency to start the tour plan, a document from Shangjing suddenly interrupted Guanku's plan. After receiving the document, Guanku ran to Jiang Chen with a worried look on his face. In the Wooden House Town, Jiang Chen was planning a big project at the moment. He was going to build a road from the scenic spot to Gansu province, and he was going to report the project directly to Shangjing. Brother Jiang, it's bad. Shangjing has sent a document. We don't know when our scenic spot can open. After Guanku finished speaking, Jiang Chen put down the plan in his hand. He took the document handed over by Guanku and read it. After reading the document, Jiang Chen couldn't help but frowned. The document is Shangjing's opinion on the opening and management of Sahara Scenic Area. According to the requirements of the document, Sahara Scenic Area must first pass the inspection of the Shangjing Epidemic Prevention Bureau. Not only that, the Shangjing Safety Center will also conduct a thorough inspection of Sahara Scenic Area. After all the inspections are completed, they will issue a safety certificate to Jiang Chen, and then Sahara Scenic Area can officially open to the public. Brother Jiang, what should we do now? We don't know when their inspection will be over. If we miss the season when roses are in full bloom, we will lose a lot of money. After Guanku finished speaking, Jiang Chen sighed and said, there is no way. After all, they are also concerned about the safety of tourists. Plagues are easily caused after a major disaster, so they sent experts to inspect, which is responsible for everyone. Then can we only wait now? Then wait. By the way, although our scenic spot cannot be open to the public now, the transportation line in the northwest has been opened. You should quickly let everyone pick roses and sell them out. Every minute and every second in Jiangcheng is very precious. After all, from Mojiang to the depths of the Sahara, it is more than 5,000 kilometers away. If it takes him more than 10 years to build a small Sahara scenic spot, then he may not be able to reach the heart of the Sahara until he dies. Well, that's the only way. After Guanku finished speaking, he drove straight to the Sahara shop group. In the evening, Jiang Chen turned off his computer and decided to go out for a walk. He had been busy writing a plan for the construction of a highway for the past 2 days, and he didn't even know that the roses had bloomed. When Jiang Chen was about to go for a walk in the rose garden, his cell phone suddenly rang. Jiang Chen turned on his phone and saw that it was Li Habo from Yunjian Flower Shop who called him. Jiang Chen was a little surprised. Yunjian Flower Shop was doing well now. Although he didn't pay the Sahara group during the Chinese New Year, Jiang Chen had read Li Habo's financial report, which showed that Yunjian Flower Shop's total revenue in half a year had reached more than 300 million. They use this money to actively expand the number of branches in China. How could he have time to call him? Hello, Manager Li, why did you think of calling me today? After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Li Habo on the other end of the phone sighed and said, "Hey, brother Jiang, I have something to ask you. 2 months ago, the ZHE group acquired Huayangnyanhua, a very popular flower shop in China. This time, the ZHE group has invested a large amount of money in Huayangnyanhua, and the number of their stores has expanded to more than 100. Jiang Chen was a little surprised when he heard that the ZHE group had invested in a flower shop again. Have they forgotten the lesson from last time? Do they still dare to open a flower shop? In fact, flower shops have always been very profitable. When ZHU Chang controlled daily flowers could bring considerable income to the ZHU group every day. If ZHU Chang had not solicited prostitution and beaten reporters, daily flowers would have been on the market, and the ZHU group would have earned more than 1 billion yuan in revenue every year. So it is normal for them to invest in a flower shop again this time. After Chen Habo finished speaking, Jiang Chen asked, "They opened their flower shop, and we open our flower shop. We just compete with them. What difficulties are you facing now? If it is fair competition, it would be fine. The key is that they don't give us fair competition. The best selling product of our Yunjian flower shop is the French rose. Their flower shop has actually contacted the French rose base. Now the French company has proposed to terminate the contract with us. Don't we have a contract? It's useless to have a contract. According to the contract we inherited, they need to pay us a penalty of 1 million. But they have already paid us this penalty. I heard that this penalty of 1 million was transferred to them by ZHU's flower shop." Chapter 388 My goal is to defeat you. After Li Habo finished speaking, Jiang Chen understood the general idea. Needless to say, the family definitely wants to get a share of the flower market. And it seems that they don't just want to get a share of the market. They want to regain control of the French Rose King flower. It seems that they want to change their own hand again. If they want to take the French Rose King flower, then give it to them. You can't give it to them. Now many young couples like to buy roses. Especially on Valentine's Day, the sales of roses are very high. Not only that, only with roses can you have a lot of popularity. Just yesterday, when the news of our loss of the French Rose King flower spread, the stock price of our Yunjian flower shop fell a lot in an instant. Liu Habo knew that ZHU Chang definitely wanted to deal with Jiang Chen. After all, Jiang Chen was a big threat to them. Now Jiang Chen has caused them to lose nearly 10 billion every year for no reason, which is directly half of their annual income. Today's ZHU group still looks extremely powerful on the outside, but everyone in the circle knows that the current ZHU group is no longer the powerful ZHU group it used to be. Zashi Pharmaceutical, the company on which Zashi Group relies for survival, has been completely defeated by Jiang Chen. Not only that, they also owe a lot of foreign debts. Zashi Group's daily flowers have also caused Zashi Group to suffer a lot of losses. In addition, another pillar industry of Zashi Group is real estate. Zashi Real Estate also suffered a big setback in Yunnan New District, and they directly lost more than 6 billion. This money directly led to Zashi Real Estate being unable to expand outward for a long time. Therefore, Zashi Group has a grudge against Jiang Chen, and their goal is to kill all of Jiang Chen's companies so that they can truly make a comeback. in order to kill Jiang Chen. During the Chinese New Year, the Zashi group held a meeting again, and they decided to focus on developing 3 companies to fight against Jiang Chen. The first thing Zashi group wants to develop is Live. They want to use Live to curb Jiang Chen's popularity and prevent Jiang Chen's advertising. As long as Jiang Chen's advertising cannot be released, Jiang Chen's scenic spot will gradually fade over time. In addition, they also focused on investing in Zucheng's A Ray of Sunshine travel agency. Today, Yiluyang Travel Agency has become a giant in China. Yiluyang Travel Agency suppresses Xinmui Travel Agency everywhere. What they want is to squeeze Xinmui Travel Agency out of business and then block all travel agencies that have dealings with Hassa scenic area. When the time comes, there will be no relevant travel agencies to cooperate with them in Hassa scenic area, and their tourists will naturally decrease a lot. The third company is Huayangnyanhua Flower Shop, which will have a head-on confrontation with Jiang Chen's Yunjinyuan Flower Shop. They want to cut off Jiang Chen's dream of entering the mainland. Jiang Chen heard that Yunjinyuan Flower Shop's stock price fell again, and he became a little anxious. Jiang Chen has spent all his money now, not to mention that he is also preparing to invest in the construction of a superhighway. This highway requires at least tens of billions of investment, so he has no way to help external companies such as Yunjinyuan Flower Shop and Xinmui Travel Agency. Manager Chen, what are your plans now? I want to ask Brother Jiang if he can give us the sales rights of Sahara roses. Only with the sales rights of Sahara roses can we stabilize our stock price this spring and even compete with Huayangnyanhua Flower Shop. The real purpose of Chen Hubo's call was to obtain the sales rights of the scenic roses. After Chen Hubo finished speaking, Jiang Chen thought for a while and said, "Okay, then I will give you the sales rights of Sahara roses. When the time comes, you can sell Sahara roses together with Sahara Shop." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chen Hubo became excited. "Thank you, Brother Jiang. Thank you, Brother Jiang. I will hold a press conference immediately. As long as my press conference is held, the stock price of our Yunjinyuan Flower Shop will definitely rise again." After hanging up the phone, Jiang Chen knew that everything was not as simple as Chen Hubo said. If he wanted Yunjinyuan Flower Shop to develop truly safely and steadily, he had to defeat Huayangnyanhua Flower Shop. And now if he wanted to defeat Huayangnyanhua, a new round of price war would start again. Jiang Chen gets a headache when it comes to price wars. The last time he fought a price war with daily flowers, although Jiang Chen won, Sahara Group didn't catch his breath for half a year. With nothing to do, Jiang Chen opened Migu to search for In the Mood for Love Flower Shop. According to the introduction of Migu Encyclopedia, the person in charge of In the Mood for Love Flower Shop is Zhu Ziang, a third-generation descendant of the Zhu family. Jiang Chen searched Zhu Ziang's materials again. According to the materials, Zhu Ziang has a great background. He graduated from a famous American university and has been working as a senior executive in the Zhu group since he came back. Zhu Ziang's management ability is very outstanding, so he was appointed as the general manager of In the Mood for Love Flower Shop this time. Of course, the Zhu group also invested heavily this time. The Zhu group, together with Jiangnan Capital, Zhengai Investment, and Maosheng Investment, invested nearly 1 billion yuan to build and develop In the Mood for Love Flower Shop. Jiang Chen searched for news related to In the Mood for Love again. There were hundreds of news related to In the Mood for Love on Migu News. It seemed that In the Mood for Love was doing really well in advertising. After reading the news for a while, a news about Zhu Ziang's interview soon attracted Jiang Chen's attention. Huafang News interviewed Zhu Ziang. In the interview, the reporter asked Zhu Ziang what his goal was for being the general manager of In the Mood for Love. Zhu Ziang wrote very clearly, "I have only one goal for being the general manager of In the Mood for Love this time, and that is to squeeze out Yunjinyuan Flower Shop and completely defeat Jiang Chen." Jiang Chen sneered after reading it. If he wanted to defeat himself, it would depend on whether he had the ability to do so. After turning off his phone, Jiang Chen drove towards the rose garden. When Jiang Chen arrived at the rose garden, a group of workers were harvesting roses. They trimmed the harvested roses one by one, and then transported them to the rose processing factory in Mojiang Development Zone for processing. Jiang Chen looked at the roses blooming everywhere in the rose garden scenic area, and a smile appeared on his face. As long as all the roses can be sold, it will be at least 1 trillion yuan in revenue. With this money, he can build another grassland scenic spot. Not only that, he can also build a transportation route to Gansu province. Once this road is built, he will no longer have to worry about not being able to transport the things in the scenic spot. In the rose garden scenic area, Jiang Chen was walking around, and suddenly a person came from a distance. This person was none other than Manager K, the general manager of Sahara shop. "Brother Jiang, why are you here?" Seeing Jiang Chen coming, Manager K, the president of Sahara shop, hurriedly rushed towards Jiang Chen from a distance. Chapter 389, ZHU Family's Chess Piece. Meeting at the scenic spot. After Manager K asked, Jiang Chen nodded to Manager K and said, "No problem, I'm free, come and see. How is the rose reservation this year?" Sahara roses started to be reserved a few months ago, so now that the roses are harvested, he doesn't have to worry about the problem of sales. This year's rose reservation is very good, because of the foundation of last year, so this year's roses have been reserved for more than 6,000. Manager K said. She had a smile on her face. "You know, their Sahara shop is the most profitable Sahara rose. Every time after selling Sahara roses, their Sahara shop can sell tens of trillions, which is simply an astronomical figure, and each of them can get a bonus of 10,000 or 20,000. There is no problem with the picking and selling of roses." Jiang Chen is relieved. In the following days, Jiang Chen submitted an application to Xinjiang and Shangjing for the self-funded construction of a highway from Mojiang to Gan province. This application explains the importance and necessity of the Mogan Expressway from all aspects. Originally, the country did not encourage private construction of highways, but that was limited to the inland, and Xinjiang was an accident. Moreover, the task of building a new province is arduous and long. The country vigorously develops the new province, but the new province is vast, and the investment is huge and there is no result in a short time. So when Jiang Chen's application was submitted, Shangjing started a discussion. After several days of discussion, most people finally agreed to lay this line. But they asked that the road could be used by the Sahara group, but when necessary, the road would be open to everyone. From Mojiang to Gancheng, the road is more than 2,000 kilometers long. All the cement he used was Jiang Chen's Sahara cement, and the gravel he used was also the gravel of the Sahara group. All these gravel and cement were at cost price, so the cost of this highway was reduced to the lowest point. But even so, with the preferential land money, this kilometer still cost 30 million. After all, the terrain in the northwest is complex, and it is necessary to cross mountains and ridges, so the total investment exceeds 60 billion. After the project was approved, Jiang Chen began to focus on building the Mogan Expressway. The task of building the expressway was given to the Sahara Road Administration Group. After the Road Administration Group started to get busy, Jiang Chen also began to prepare funds. Just when Jiang Chen invested all his energy in the Ganmo Expressway, Yunjinio and Flower Shop and Huang and Ho were already fighting each other. ZHU Ziang was very familiar with the development model of daily flowers, so he started a price war after he took office. Because he controlled the high-end market of French roses. Because they knew that Jiang Chen invested all his money in building the expressway, they once again reduced the price of roses to 5,000. There was only one reason why ZHU Ziang reduced the price, that is, to quickly open up the market. At the same time, it also forced Jiang Chen to reduce the price. As long as Jiang Chen's roses were reduced in price, Jiang Chen's income would be greatly reduced. Once Jiang Chen earned less money from roses, he would definitely reduce his spending. Even if Jiang Chen reduced his spending, he would not be able to complete such a large investment project. In the evening, Jiang Chen just came back from the road administration company, and he received a call from Chen Hubo. Chen Hubo was very flustered on the phone. "Brother Jiang, it's not good. Hua Yang Nanhua has entered the money burning mode. All their flowers are 10% to 20% cheaper than ours. Not only that, their Fran roses have dropped to 5,000 yuan each. Our customers have dropped by about 50% to 60% in the past 2 days, and our stock has also hit the limit down." After Chen Hubo finished speaking, Jiang Chen frowned. He knew that he couldn't let go of Yunjinyun Flower Shop because it was one of his only 2 listed companies in China. If he gave up now, it would prove that he had failed in China, and this would also undermine the confidence of many investors in them. Let them burn money. Let them burn money. I want to see how long they can burn. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, his door banged. Jiang Chen opened the door and Manager K walked in. Manager K didn't seem to notice that Jiang Chen was on the phone. She looked at Jiang Chen and said anxiously, "Brother Jiang, it's not good. Huayang Nanhua Flower Shop has obtained the sales rights of Fran roses. They set the price at 5,000 yuan each. Now our Sahara roses can't be sold at all." After Manager K finished speaking, Jiang Chen realized the importance of the matter. In May, Jiang Chen will take out the first batch of 30 billion to build the Moghan Expressway, and all his hopes are placed on Sahara rose. After all, the more than 60 billion he earned before the new year was all used to pay for the cost of the Mojiang New District. The money from Yi City and Mojiang to buy his house has not been approved yet. Of course, it is unknown when this huge amount of money will be approved. Brother Jiang, we must also lower the price, otherwise, our roses will not be sold. The scenic area cannot be opened now, and we still have so many employees whose salaries cannot be paid. Now Sahara Group has tens of thousands of employees. If the workers of the grassland ranch, the army, and the domestic workers are added, the entire Sahara Group in Chengdu has nearly 40,000 employees. The monthly salary expenses of these employees have reached 200 to 300 million. Not only that, but the more fatal point is that now, because the transportation line in the northwest has just been opened, it is very troublesome to transport many vegetables and food, so the prices in Mojiang are extremely high. In this kind of high-priced life, paying them this little salary every day is already a bit stretched. If the salary is not paid, all the high-quality employees they recruited may be lost. Okay, let's stop here for today. I will discuss it with Guanku later, and call you in the evening. Chen hung up the phone after speaking. Manager K also left tactfully when he saw Jiang Chen was going to discuss with Guanku Big. At night, Jiang Chen called Guanku to his office, and the two of them held cups in their hands and discussed. "President Guan, I think we should lower the price. Brother Jiang, have you noticed? Huayang Nanhua Flower Shop is just the first chess piece of ZHU's group to deal with us. If we don't pull this chess piece out, then every step we take next will be very difficult. I know, we have to talk about the rose problem now. Now the roses can't be sold, and our scenic spot can't be opened. And as far as I know, the stock of Xinmei travel agency has started to fall again. We are now being beaten everywhere." At this time, Jiang Chen regretted building the Moghan Expressway. After all, he really didn't have enough money now. We'll discuss the price reduction later. Brother Jiang, I heard that Shangjing is drafting a document for prices in scenic spots across the country. 2 months ago, a scenic spot in the south forced tourists to buy things in the scenic spot at high prices. In addition, various things in the scenic spot are much more expensive than other places. This has hindered the healthy development of the national tourism industry, so Shangjing is formulating a special governance document. I'm a little worried now that our prices will also be restricted. Chapter 390, Finding a Way to Survive in the Desert. Speaking of the document on the price adjustment of scenic spots in Beijing, Jiang Chen frowned even more. The reason why the scenic spots in Sahara are developing fast enough now is that the products produced in the desert are sold at high prices. Many people buy them, and they earn a lot of money, so they have enough money to buy seeds, build and develop. If Beijing restricts the prices of its scenic spots, then his income may be reduced by more than 70 or 80%. It has to be said that this is very bad news. When will the document from Beijing be implemented? I don't know yet. When the two people were talking about something wrong, Jiang Chen's phone suddenly rang. Jiang Chen opened his phone and saw a short video sent to him by an unfamiliar number. In the video, several black people were talking and saying disgusting things. Not far away from the black people, there was a familiar figure. Yes, it was Li Yiren, who was studying at Hada University. At this moment, Li Yiren was carrying a school bag and holding books and walking towards the school. And those black people were following Li Yiren and pointing at Li Yiren, not knowing what they wanted to do. Jiang Chen was furious after watching the video. Just when he was about to reply to the number, his phone rang. Jiang Chen, I didn't expect it. Such a strong sandstorm didn't kill you. The voice of the person on the other end of the phone was very familiar. Jiang Chen recognized it immediately. It was his mortal enemy ZHU Chang. ZHU Chang, what do you want to do? I'm telling you to stay away from Li Yiren, otherwise I'll make you pay the price. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, ZHU Chang on the other end of the phone laughed out loud. Let me pay the price. What the hell are you thinking? Why don't you go and ask? Do you know how much my current travel agency is worth? Do you know that your Xinmui travel agency has collapsed now? Jiang Chen really didn't care much about the affairs of Xinmui travel agency. Jiang Chen helped him a while ago, which did stabilize the stock price of Xinmui travel agency. However, soon the stock price of Xinmui travel agency continued to fall. As long as the Sahara scenic area is not open to the public, Xinmui travel agency will not rise. No matter how Jiang Chen helps them, it is only a temporary solution. Just wait and see. When my scenic spot opens, you won't even have time to cry. Don't try to comfort yourself. Everyone in China knows that your scenic spot can no longer be opened due to safety issues. So whoever buys Xinmui travel agency's stock now is a fucking mentally ill person. This is indeed the case. After Jiang Chen's scenic spot was announced to be cancelled, the news soon spread among tourists that the Sahara scenic spot was plagued by plague because too many people died. Anyone who went there would be infected. And it was heard that many people had died, so Shangjing closed their scenic spot and prevented them from opening to the public. It was this news that completely ruined Xinmui Travel Agency. Xinmui Travel Agency now has nearly 300 branches across the country. In the past few months, these 300 branches have been losing money almost every day. Rendong Sheng gritted his teeth and held on. They had held several rounds of internal board meetings. Everyone wanted to lay off employees and close branches to protect the main store. Their suggestions were all rejected by Rendong Sheng. Because Rendong Sheng thought that, if they close the branch, wouldn't it be announcing to the outside world that their Xinmui travel agency really couldn't hold on? And once this news spread, Xinmui travel agency would only face death. ZHU Chang, I advise you to leave some room for others, otherwise you will die without a burial place once I'm ready to attack you. Jiang Chen is not a ruthless person, but if someone forces him to a desperate situation, Jiang Chen will also let him follow in his footsteps. I don't like to leave room for others. To tell you the truth, as long as I defeat you, then I can really enter the ZHU family. As long as I get the inheritance of the ZHU family, I will have whatever I want. By then, let alone 1 Li Yiren, I will have 10 Li Yirens. Do you believe it? And there is only one thing I have to do now, and that is to defeat you. ZHU Chang hung up the phone fiercely after he finished speaking. After he hung up the phone, Jiang Chen's face became even uglier. Now several things are on Jiang Chen's shoulders alone, which makes Jiang Chen's tender shoulders a little overwhelmed. Brother Jiang, don't be afraid of him. Otherwise, let's let Li Yiren come back first. With Yiren's personality, he will definitely not come back. President Guan, it's time for us to have the final battle against ZHU Chang. This time I must defeat him. I have seen clearly that some people will not give you a chance to live if you give them a chance to live. Whether in the business world or in society, if you become kind, then others will be doubly harsh on you, so Jiang Chen can no longer tolerate it. Okay. Brother Jiang, I support you. From now on, all roses will be reduced in price. As long as our roses this season can earn enough wages for our employees and pay for the cost of the Morgan Expressway, it will be worth it. After Guan Ku finished speaking, Jiang Chen nodded, so Jiang Chen directly called Manager K. After the call was connected, Jiang Chen directly told Manager K that the price of Sahara rose was directly reduced to 4,000 yuan per piece. After hearing the news, Manager K nodded and said that the price would be reduced immediately. After hanging up the phone, Jiang Chen called Li Habo again. Since you want to mess with me by becoming a monk, it's time to fight back. Brother Jiang, shall we lower the price now? Sahara rose is 4,000 yuan per piece. In addition, all flowers are 30% off. Also, you must spread the word to me. Investors are in the mood for love. If you want to play with my Sahara group, I will make you bankrupt. If Jiang Chen is not a little ruthless, then the whole Chinese people will bully him. If he is as fierce as a tiger, he doesn't believe that anyone will dare to provoke him in the future. Okay, brother Jiang, I will hold a press conference immediately. Once we lower the price this time, let's see what they will do. And brother Jiang, when can the roses be shipped? It will be shipped as soon as possible. Jiang Chen hung up the phone. After hanging up the phone, Jiang Chen called Jinri Express. After the call was connected, Jinri Express said that it would do its best to transport Sahara roses. Today, Jinri Express is not doing well. In this winter, they don't have much work, so Jinri Express has laid off a large number of employees. The consequences of layoffs soon became apparent. Now that spring has arrived and transportation in the northwest has been opened up, it is very difficult to recruit so many people at once. Therefore, the daily transportation volume of same-day express delivery is also very limited. Chapter 391, Using His Way. At night, Yunjinyuan Flowers held a press conference for a comprehensive price reduction. When Li Habo announced that all flowers in Yunjinyuan Flowers nationwide chain stores were 30% off, and all Sahara roses were sold for 4,000, the entire network soon became excited. Within an hour of Yunjinyuan Flower Shop announcing the price reduction, more than 10,000 Sahara roses were sold directly in Yunjinyuan's official store. Not only that, the sales of Sahara roses in Sahara Shop and Yunjinyuan Flower Shop's physical stores were even more popular. With the popularity of Yunjinyuan Flower Shop, in response, Huayang Nianhe also held a board meeting late at night. At this moment, Zhu Ziang was wearing a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, his hair was neatly combed, he was wearing a grey suit and a lace tie, and he looked very smart, capable, and somewhat elegant. Okay, everyone is here, and everyone has seen that Yunjinyuan Flower Shop has declared war on us. What do you think we should do next? After Zhu Ziang finished speaking, a shareholder of the board of directors next to him said, "Need I say more? Of course, we should continue to lower the price. Our roses cost 10,000 yuan each, and we sell them for 4,000 yuan. We can only lose 6,000 yuan at most. I don't believe that it will be more cost effective for him to cultivate a rose in the desert than us. Even now we have a lot of investors, and we are not afraid of spending money. What we want to see is that we must defeat Yunjinyuan Flower Shop before the end of the year, and then we can successfully go public." These shareholders are all very smart people. They want to defeat all the competitors through price wars, just like the last time they operated daily flowers. Then they will occupy the national market in a short period of time, and then successfully go public. After the listing, they will take the money and leave. We are now burning money without limit. Will we follow the path of daily flowers? A shareholder in his 50s adjusted his reading glasses and looked up at Zhu Ziang. Zhu Ziang was spinning the peacock pen in his hand. He thought for a while and said, "I think you should all know why daily flowers failed in the end. If that bastard Zhu Chang hadn't taken those bastards to the nightclub, do you think you can imagine what the market value of daily flowers would be now?" That's right. If you want to blame someone, blame those people for asking for trouble. Also, when Our in the Mood for Love was not established, the market value of Yunjinyuan Flower Shop once exceeded more than 20 billion. As long as we defeat it, each of us will leave with a large sum of money. After the white-haired shareholder finished speaking, Zhu Ziang looked at everyone and said, "Follow me, you don't have to worry. Jiang Chen will definitely not waste time with us this time. You know, he is going to invest in the construction of Moghan Expressway, and the first startup capital is more than 30 billion, and he will deliver this more than 30 billion by the end of the month. Do you think he will continue to lower the price of roses?" Zhu Ziang's analysis was very accurate and to the point. So after Zhu Ziang finished speaking, a group of people nodded in agreement. "Okay, then it's decided. We will fight him to the end. If they lower the price, we will lower the price too. Let's see who can lower the price more." After a shareholder in his 40s finished speaking, Zhu Ziang announced the adjournment of the meeting. After the meeting, Zhu Ziang called the chairman of Zhu Group. After the call was connected, Fu Ziyuan showed a proud smile on his face. Uncle, I have convinced everyone to start a price war with Yungenewan Flower Shop. I believe that, as long as we hold back Jiang Chen's Yungenewan Flower Shop and his Saharos, he won't be able to do anything this summer. In addition, I heard that prices in Mojiang are extremely high. If he doesn't raise the wages of his employees, his talents will be lost. I wonder how he can fight against our ZHU family at that time. After ZHU Jiang finished speaking, the old man with some grey hair nodded with satisfaction and said, Jiang did a good job. It really didn't disappoint our family. Our family didn't let you go abroad to study in vain. I think our ZHU group will rely on you more in the future. It is the unshakable responsibility of us descendants to serve the family. After ZHU Jiang finished speaking, the white-haired old man nodded with satisfaction. In fact, the second son of the ZHU family has always had great hopes for ZHU Jiang. After all, in this generation of grandchildren of the ZHU group, only ZHU Jiang and ZHU Jiang are relatively capable. It is said that the next morning, when Yungenewan Flower Shop announced a price reduction, Huayang Nyanhua also immediately carried out a comprehensive price reduction. Their roses were directly reduced from 4,000 to 3,000, and their other flowers were also reduced from 80% off to 60% off. Spring is the season when flowers are in full bloom, and all kinds of flowers are in full bloom. Spring is also the most beautiful time for flower shops, and many people buy flowers at this time. As Huayang Nyanhua's prices dropped quickly, the people rushed into Huayang Nyanhua Flower Shop frantically. Not only that, those who took advantage of the spring to get married also began to buy the high-end and atmospheric French Rose King flowers. When it was evening, Li Habo looked at the financial report of the day. On this day, his sales were suppressed by Huayang Nyanhua again. Not only that, the stock price of Yungenewan Flower Shop fell to the limit again. All the stockholders were waiting and watching. They didn't know whether Huayang Nyanhua would completely defeat Yungenewan Flower Shop. They also didn't know whether Yungenewan Flower Shop had the strength to challenge ZHU's group again. So the stockholders chose the safest way, which was to wait and see. Wait until they decide the winner before deciding which stock to buy. After seeing Yungenewan Flower Shop lose again, Li Habo couldn't help but sigh. He knew better than anyone about this kind of vicious competition that burned money. After all, he was the one who started Daily Flowers. If you want to win, you have to be more ruthless than them and spend more money than them. So it seems that I have to call Brother Jiang. After Li Habo finished speaking, he called Jiang Chen. After the call was connected, Li Habo looked at Jiang Chen and said, Brother Jiang, they have lowered the price again. It seems that they are willing to fight us to the end this time. After Li Habo finished speaking, Jiang Chen also sneered. If it was someone else, Jiang Chen might give up fighting him, but this person was from the ZHU group, so Jiang Chen would fight them to the end even if he died. Fight him to the end, and make the price equal to this. Okay, I'll give the order right away. After Li Habo finished speaking, he posted a message on the internet, and soon the official website of Yungenewan told everyone that the price of Yungenewan Flower Shop tomorrow would be the same as Nyanhua. After dawn the next day, all of Yungenewan Flower Shop's more than 300 branches nationwide changed their prices. At the same time, Yungenewan's advertisements were also opened everywhere. When Yungenewan Flower Shop lowered its prices, it was Huayang Nyanhua that soon couldn't hold on. Huayang Nyanhua now has more than 100 branches nationwide. They have more than 200 fewer branches than Yungenewan, so they were not at an advantage. If the price is now the same as Yungenewan Flower Shop, they will be even less advantageous. You know, Sahara Rose is much higher end than Franco Rose. So when Yungenewan Flower Shop took most of the customers away, the light on ZHU Jiang's face soon dissipated a lot. At the critical moment, ZHU Jiang held another emergency meeting. The meeting was still attended by several people from the investment group. In front of the large floor-to-ceiling window, ZHU Jiang sat at the round conference table, and the Parker pen in his hand was placed steadily beside him. Yungenewan has lowered its prices again today. I think they want to fight us to the end. I heard that the general manager of Yungenewan Flower Shop is the deputy general manager of Daily Flowers. He is well versed in our operations. So what? In our industry, we fight for money and capital. Whoever has money can win. I don't believe that with so many investment companies, we can't beat a small county level enterprise like him. A shareholder in his 30s crossed his legs and leaned back in a chair, looking in the mirror, and said with some disdain, "Which of us is not an investment company with a market value of tens of billions? Are they scared by their price reduction for 2 days? Let's continue to reduce prices. If they can hold us for half a month, they will win. When any company seizes the market, it has to pay a painful price. Many companies burn tens of billions of dollars, not to mention that the company they are challenging is still the leader in the industry. Okay, then let's continue to lower the price. We will continue to fight with them. I can guarantee that they will not last for more than a week. In addition, as far as I know, everything they grow in the desert is extremely expensive. 1 square meter of grass costs several thousand yuan. They built a grassland as big as half a county. How much investment is needed? And how much does it cost to plant a tree? I don't believe they have the money to lower the price. Jiang was not without confidence. When he took over the In the Mood for Love flower shop, he calculated all the income and expenditure of the entire Sahara group. According to his calculations, Jiang Chen not only has no money now, but he even owes a lot of money to the bank. When it comes to cost, a shareholder's eyes suddenly light up. He looked at everyone and said, "Since his cost is so high and the roses are sold so low, why don't we buy them at the bottom?" Yes, this is a good idea. Didn't Jiang Chen rely on this trick when he fought against daily flowers? Okay, I agree. Let's lower the price while buying tens of thousands of his roses at 3,000 yuan a piece. Before noon, Huayangnyanhua lowered its prices again. With Huayangnyanhua's price cuts, customers flock to Huayangnyanhua flower shop again. After all, there are too many people getting married in spring, and they need several times more flowers than in other seasons. In the evening, before Li Habo called Jiang Chen took the lead in calling Li Habo. Jiang Chen now puts all his attention on the struggle between Huayangnyanhua and Yunjinian, so he knows every minute and every second of Huayangnyanhua's information. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 392, The Struggle of Capital. The call was quickly connected, and Li Habo on the other end of the line was a little surprised. You know, he was just about to call Jiang Chen, and Jiang Chen called him. How could he not be surprised? "Mr. Li, I have seen the news online. From now on, Yunjinian Flower House will continue to reduce prices. The prices of Saharas and all flowers will be the same as this. However, this time, the prices of other branches will all be raised again. This time, the price reduction will only be carried out in the city branches, where Huayangnyanhua is located." Jiang Chen is not a big fool. He has more than 300 branches across the country, and Huayangnyanhua only has more than 100 branches. If his 300 branches reduce prices to compete with his 100 branches, then of course Jiang Chen will lose more. Okay, brother Jiang, there is one more thing I need to tell you. We have sold a lot of roses now, but until now, the roses have not been shipped yet. The roses have not been shipped yet? What's going on? I just called and asked, and now the roses are piled up in the warehouse in Mojiang. The transportation volume for same-day delivery is limited now, and Fangjian Airport has reduced the number of same-day delivery flights. Now they can't even transport the roses from Sahara shop, let alone supply us. Okay, I'll notify them right away and ask them to give priority to you, and from now on, all online sales of Sahara shop and Yunjinian flower shop will be suspended. Now Sahara roses are only sold in physical stores, so don't call me later. Just reduce the price by the same amount as they do, and if they reduce the price by $1, you also reduce it by $1 for me. I don't believe that I can't deal with them. Okay, with what brother Jiang said, I, Li Habo, will risk my life to bring them down. After Jiang Chen gave Li Habo a few instructions, Li Habo began to act. Once the war within the Mood for Love began, it was destined to have a winner. One morning, Yunjinian Flower Shop announced that it would stop all online sales of Sahara roses. In addition, in cities without in the mood for love, all flower shops would return to normal prices. At the same time, Sahara shop announced that it would suspend the sale of roses. After the news spread, many people even drove hundreds of miles to buy Sahara roses in order to buy cheap Sahara roses. Therefore, in the branches of Yunjinyuan flower shop that were fighting within the mood for love, Jiang Chen's flowers were selling very well. With the popularity of Yunjinyuan, the senior management of In the Mood for Love held another meeting. After all, Jiang Chen had lowered the price, and they had to discuss the next strategy. This time, in the Mood for Love meeting, several more people were added. They were new investment groups. Now, there are as many as 7 investors involved in the Mood for Love flower shop. I think everyone knows that Jiang Chen has lowered the price again. Zhu Ziang sat on a stool. This time he was not so serious, but relaxed. I don't think we can lower the price any further. Now we are already selling at cost price. Not only that, we have to lose 6,000 yuan for each rose we sell. We don't know how many millions we will lose if we go on like this. I agree. Jiang Chen has stopped all other stores and only lowered the prices for the 100 stores we compete with. This shows that he is concentrating all his efforts on dealing with us. I think they want to eat us up. It's not that easy for him to eat us up. We are 7 groups competing with a county level enterprise. If we lose, where will we put our faces? It's already this time, and you are still concerned about face. Yunjinyuan flower shop has been set up for more than a year, and the price of flowers they get from the flower base is different from ours. So I think we should not engage in this kind of vicious competition anymore. After a shareholder finished speaking, everyone looked at Zhu Ziang. Zhu Ziang, on the contrary, said with ease, if they don't stop online sales and don't raise the price of flowers in other cities, then I might still be afraid of him. But now he only asks the flower shops in the same city as us to lower their prices, which means he is at the end of his rope, and they no longer have the capital to support us in fighting. Does Mr. Zhu mean that we continue to lower prices? Why not? You all want to make quick money. You have manipulated so many companies, you know it in your heart. Besides, if you want to make quick money, you need to bring in a lot of capital, then go public to raise money and leave. Those who dare not invest now can leave now. After Zhu Ziang finished speaking, a group of people nodded. Indeed, if Jiang Chen had strong capital to fight them, he would not stop the sales of Sahara shop. You know, Sahara shop has to support 1,000 employees. If they don't sell roses, how can they support so many employees with so much rent? So in the end, the first one to collapse must be Jiang Chen. I agree. Let's continue to lower the price. As long as we bring Jiang Chen down, we will make more money. Also, I'll tell you another piece of news. As long as Jiang Chen goes down, all the companies controlled by Jiang Chen will withdraw from the market. We will follow up at that time. At that time, you can all invest with us. Okay, let's do as Mr. Zhu says. Also, we used his unlimited website to order 100,000 roses last time. It's time to urge them to ship. Zhu Ziang's words made everyone more determined to continue the money-burning model. In the afternoon, Huang reduced the price of francois roses to 2,000 each. At the same time, other related prices were also sold below the purchase price. In this way, they lose millions of dollars on average every day, because they have to pay rent and labor costs, and they have to lose money in all aspects. Of course, some shareholders are worried that Jiang Chen will buy tens of billions of francois roses at once like last time, causing Huang to go bankrupt. But Zhu Ziang is not afraid, because the largest bank in China is Guoqi Bank. They also have shares in Guoqi Bank. Once Jiang Chen borrows money from Guoqi Bank, he will be the first to receive the news, and he will immediately raise the price. Not only that, Zhu Ziang has also made a plan. All people who buy roses can only buy 50 at a time. If they exceed 50, the person will be directly added to the restricted purchase blacklist. When Huang reduced its price, Li Habo also unceremoniously reduced the price of all branches in the same city as Huang reduced its price, and Li Habo also reduced his price. Under the same price, Huang is definitely not Yunjinyuan's opponent. Not only that, under the same price, Yunjin Yuan's compensation is much less than Huayangnyanhe. Because the price that Yunjin Yuan cooperated with the flower shop to it is much lower than the price to Huayangnyanhe. This battle lasted for 7 days. After 7 days, Huayangnyanhe burned 200 to 300 million. At this moment, Yunjin Yuan flower shop is still as strong as before. On the 8th day, Huayangnyanhe changed its strategy. They decided to open branches all over the country, and they wanted to open as many branches as Yunjin Yuan flower shop. After all, they knew that Yunjin Yuan flower shop could not get more investment from Sahara Group, and it was time to use capital to pull them down completely. Chapter 393 Scenic Area Price Limit Order. Opening branches across the country is a very expensive thing. However, Huayangnyanhe is a money-burning enterprise, so they are not afraid at all. Jiang Chen is not paying attention to Huayangnyanhe's opening of branches across the country. He is paying attention to a new thing, which will affect every decision he makes in the future. At the end of April, the Sahara Scenic Area should be the busiest time for tourism, because apricot and peach blossoms are in bloom at this time. Not only that, the desert poppy also blooms its beautiful flowers. But what makes Jiang Chen depressed is that the safety inspection of the scenic area has not been completed. Jiang Chen just accompanied the group of people to check every corner of the Sahara Scenic Area every day, and the inspection was completed after a full half month. At the end of the inspection, just as Jiang Chen was about to announce that the Sahara Scenic Area was officially open to the public, a document from Beijing made the entire scenic area into the cold winter again. In early May, the pear blossoms were in full bloom. When Guanku found Jiang Chen with the document, Jiang Chen was lying on the grass and looking at the apricot blossoms under the sunset, fascinated. Brother Jiang, something bad has happened. The document from Beijing has come down. Our scenic area is in trouble. Jiang Chen was a little surprised when he saw Guanku rushing over. He had never seen Guanku lose his composure like this before. What's wrong? Are those people from the security office going to come and check again? No. Brother Jiang, the management guidelines for Huaguo Scenic Area have come down. Come and have a look. Jiang Chen just reached out to take the document when his cell phone rang. He saw that it was ZHU Chang calling, so Jiang Chen quickly picked up the phone. ZHU Chang, why are you calling me again? Jiang Chen asked jokingly after answering the phone. ZHU Chan calling him probably didn't do anything good. Haha, you got the news? You never expected it. The ticket price dropped to 500 and the rose price dropped to 100. Haha, I wanted to make some money by selling high priced tickets, but now the ticket price has dropped and the income has dropped to my ankles. The roses have also fallen to the bottom. Don't you want to cry? ZHU Chan laughed loudly after he finished speaking. Indeed, Jiang Chen had reached his most critical moment. Don't worry, just take care of yourself first. Jiang Chen hung up the phone after he finished speaking. After hanging up the phone, Jiang Chen took the document in Guan's hand and started reading it. Document number 2,025,430,541 of Shangjing. Notice on suppressing high prices in scenic spots. In order to reasonably solve the problem of high prices in scenic spots and allow tourists to travel more comfortably, the Tourism Bureau hereby stipulates that all scenic spot tickets shall not exceed 500 per ticket, and the items sold in the scenic spots shall not exceed 50% of the market price. This regulation applies to all scenic spots in China. Sahara Scenic Spot Management Group, Disney China and other scenic spots are hereby required to rectify within a time limit. After Jiang Chen read the notice, his head suddenly became big. Isn't this going to kill him? It's over. Once this policy comes out, I'm going to be cheated to death. Jiang Chen's face turned livid instantly after he finished speaking. Guanku saw this and was afraid that Jiang Chen would do something stupid again. He hurriedly persuaded him, Brother Jiang, this is not necessarily a bad thing. Our ticket price has been reduced, but the number of tourists will definitely increase exponentially. By then, we will make more money. Don't persuade me, I have my own idea. even if the price is reduced. With Mojiang's current tourist transportation capacity, no matter how many people want to come, they can't come. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he crumpled the notice in his hand into a ball of paper and threw it hard on the ground. What should we do now? If we don't change the price, we can't open to the public. If our scenic spot is not open for one day, we will lose more than 1 million yuan a day. Brother Jiang, we have to make a decision quickly. After Guanku persuaded him, Jiang Chen looked up at the sunset in the distance. He gritted his teeth and said, lower the price. Who made us controlled by others? You should notify Chen Jiantao now that the ticket price of the scenic spot will be reduced to 500 yuan per ticket. In addition, notify Manager K that Saharas will be limited in supply every day. Okay. Brother Jiang, there is always a way out. As long as we can survive the current difficulties, there must be other ways to make money. Jiang Chen looked at China. How difficult is this way to make money? Also, we must make enough money quickly. The Moghan Expressway must start construction at the end of the month. Notify Sahara Cement Company to suspend cement supply from all non-Sahara enterprises and fully support the construction of Moghan Expressway. Jiang Chen knew that, if he wanted to finally revitalize his scenic spot, he could only rely on a large number of tourists. If he wanted tourists to come, the only way was to really open up the transportation route from Mojiang to China. Got it. Brother Jiang, is there anything else you want to tell me? Let the power group speed up the laying of the lines in Mojiang New District and Yinan New District. They must be completed before the end of the month and must achieve profitability in May. The same goes for Sahara Communication Company. Let them suspend the construction of the scenic area network and focus on the construction of the Mojiang and Yinan New District networks to strive for profitability in May. The only way for Jiang Chen to overcome the current difficulties is to let all profitable companies enter the profit model as soon as possible. Let them support Sahara Group first and then feed them back when other departments of the group make money. Okay, I will ensure that the task is completed. By the way, urge Mayor Ma to pay back the money next month to pay the salary. Okay. After Jiang Chen finished his instructions, the supervisor quickly went to work. After the supervisor left, Jiang Chen turned on his mobile phone. He wanted to pay attention to the outside world's views on this restriction order. Jiang Chen turned on Mega News and there were indeed a lot of news discussing Sahara Group. Daily News. Beijing has implemented a price restriction order for scenic spots. What should the Mojiang scenic spot, which is the most affected, do? Should it reduce prices or choose to close? This is a very difficult decision. Morning Post. Northwest transportation has not been fully restored. With limited transportation, the tickets and roses of Sahara scenic area are priced at ankle prices. The scenic area may go bankrupt due to insufficient income to support the maintenance of the scenic area. Tourism news. Affected by the price limit order of Bermuda Scenic Area, Mojiang Scenic Area may face a long-term closure again, and the price of Xinmei Travel Agency, which it controls, has fallen again. Flower news. Affected by the parent company, Yunjinyuan Flower Shop's stock has fallen for 13 consecutive weeks. This is the second consecutive week that Yunjinyuan Flower Shop has fallen. Southern Daily. Jiang Chen was able to avoid the winter storm, but I'm afraid it will be difficult for him to avoid the price limit storm this time. In addition, it is reported that the Moghan Expressway applied by Jiang Chen may also be taken back by Shangjing due to funding issues. Bullshit. You only know how to lead me all day long. I can survive the winter storm, so why am I afraid of a small price limit storm? Jiang Chen was so angry that he almost wanted to laugh. The scenic area has reached the most critical moment. It's time to hold a mobilization meeting. Night fell quickly, and Jiang Chen convened a meeting of all executives in the wooden house town. At 8 o'clock in the evening, even Fatty Wang, who was far away in the grassland scenic area, hurried to attend the meeting. Chapter 394, Dispute Resurfaces. Jiang Chen convened a meeting of all CEO level executives in the wooden house town. This meeting also used the remote conference system for the first time. At this moment, Li Hubo and Ren Dongsheng, who were far away in China, also participated in the meeting via video. After everyone arrived, Jiang Chen looked at everyone and said, I believe everyone knows the purpose of our meeting. That's right. Beijing has issued scenic area management regulations for our group. After the release of this document, the whole of China is worried about our future, so today is the time to resolve this matter. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Ren Dongsheng said in the video, "This document has a really big impact on us. Everyone knows that Sahara Group is our parent company, and Sahara Scenic Area in particular is our alliance for survival. Nowadays, the ticket prices of scenic spots have dropped, and the costs of scenic spots are high, so everyone thinks that the scenic spot will go bankrupt due to insufficient income, so our stock price has also plummeted. The same is true for our flower shop. Now Huayangnyanhu is opening branches all over the country. Many flower bases that cooperate with us are worried that we may not be able to come up with the money, so many of them want to terminate their cooperation with us. Now some people are worried that Sahara Scenic Area will go bankrupt due to the low price of Sahara roses, and they may not be able to get the roses they bought in advance, so many people are waiting and watching. The impact on the two domestic companies is so serious, not to mention the companies in the Sahara Scenic Area. We in Sahara Shop are not having a good time either. We now have hundreds of branches across the country. Now that roses are not selling, we make a living by selling almonds, melon seeds, lavender and rose petals. The entire Sahara Group's expenses are basically supplied by us. When our almonds are sold out, our group will start to go downhill." After Manager K finished speaking, Mu Cheng, the president of Sahara Cement Company, also stood up and said, although the big construction has begun, Yi City and Mojiang have already moved into the new district, and they need very little desert cement. In addition, because of the construction of the Mogan Expressway, our cement is basically transported to the expressway, so we can't make much money. After several people finished speaking, Yang Sheng also complained, the initial investment cost of our communications company is very high. Moreover, the operation of the entire Yi City and Mojiang enterprises also requires the recruitment of a large number of talents. Now if you don't offer high salaries, those talents are simply unwilling to come to our small border town to work. So we have now entered the exhaustion mode. If we want to make a profit, we have to steal at least a few $100 million. After Yang Sheng finished speaking, Wang Can also nodded. Isn't it the same for his power company? Jiang Chen looked at the oil company. The general manager of the oil company also sighed and said, we borrowed more than 10 billion to build an oil transfer station in Mojiang, but we haven't paid much back yet. A group of people started to complain, and they looked really pitiful. Okay, now is not the time to complain. Let's talk about price reduction. Sahara Rose is now 100 yuan a piece. How should we sell it? If we want to plug everyone's holes now, we can only get through this level if we sell all the Sahara Roses. Now even if it is sold at 100 yuan a piece, Jiang Chen can make a lot of money. If this batch of roses is sold, he can make at least 20 to 30 billion. With this 20 to 30 billion, he will distribute this money to the power group, the communication company and several other companies that need money, so that these companies can get through the current difficulties. As long as these companies can get through the difficulties, then they can make a profit, and as long as they make a profit, they will make more money. Brother Jiang, I think we should let Sahara Roses be sold by Sahara Shop. Let Yun Jinyuan sell them. If we don't have roses, we will be eaten by In the Mood for Love. Brother Jiang, let us sell all the roses this year. As long as we survive this year, we can keep our position as the leader. I promise you that, as long as In the Mood for Love is defeated, we will pay the salaries of all employees of Sahara Group in August and September. After Li Habo finished speaking, Manager K retorted, Sahara Roses have always been sold by Sahara Shop. Can't you just open your own flower shop with peace of mind? It stands to reason that their Sahara Shop is the biggest contributor to the entire Sahara Group, so Jiang Chen has no reason not to let them sell Sahara Roses. Okay, everyone, stop arguing. What we have to do now is to be united against the outside world. Now everyone is eyeing us covetously, especially the ZHE group. They can't wait to defeat us, so we should focus on dealing with the ZHE group. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, his meaning was very clear. Manager K was still a little unwilling, but she had no choice. Okay, then we'll let you sell the Sahara Roses. After Manager K said that, Li Habo's serious face relaxed a little. Okay, we'll sell the roses. I promise that I can beat In the Mood for Love in a month. The discussion of the first question was over, and Jiang Chen immediately discussed the second question. The second question was very simple, that is, how can the scenic spot make a profit after the price reduction? Now Shangjing stipulates that their scenic spot tickets cannot exceed 500 yuan. Since the ticket price has been reduced to such a low level, if its scenic spot wants to make money, it can only charge for the scenic spots in each scenic spot separately, so that it can barely stop the loss. Okay, now let's discuss the second question. Everyone knows that our ticket is 5,000 yuan per ticket. Now according to the scenic area management regulations, our ticket cannot exceed 500 yuan per ticket. So let's discuss here whether our scenic area should be split into small scenic areas and charge fees. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Wang Can stood up and said, I think we must split the scenic area and count each scenic spot as a scenic area. Only in this way can we lose less money. I agree. I agree too. I don't agree. The first thing we pay attention to in doing business is integrity. Our scenic spots used to be bundled together and calculated as a scenic spot. Now tourists are used to it. If we split it up now, tourists will only scold us for being dishonest, which will damage the image of our scenic spot. After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Guanku also nodded and said, indeed, I think we should not split the scenic area. Our Mojiang scenic area is originally located in a remote area. People are willing to come here to play, mainly because they value our integrity and loyalty. If we give up this point, I'm afraid no one will be willing to travel so far. Why didn't they go in? Guanku and Chen Jianzhao were in charge of the development of the scenic spot. After they finished speaking, a group of people shook their heads. What are you two talking about? Such a big scenic spot, you charge 500 yuan. Tell me how our scenic spot makes a profit? Chapter 395 Infrastructure Maniac. Fatty Wang looked at the two people and said, Jiang Chen also became curious. Yes, our scenic spot needs to make money after all. Now if we want to develop, we must have a steady stream of funds. Tourism is our highlight, so you must think about how we make money. Brother Jiang, in fact, many scenic spots no longer rely on ticket sales to make money. We should develop the tertiary industry. The real place to make money is the service industry and the scenic spot. Yes, Brother Jiang, let alone anything else. We have nearly 200,000 villas in the wooden house town. With so many villas, at least more than 500,000 people can live in it every day. Brother Jiang, have you ever thought about it? Even if we don't need tickets, if we can attract more than 500,000 tourists, how much money will we make every day? After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Jiang Chen thought about it, and it was indeed true. There are so many empty villas in their wooden house town. Not only that, there are no less than 100,000 villas in the Bermuda scenic spot. If these houses can be filled with tourists, how much money will the rent alone make every day? In addition to the rent, if the entire scenic spot is fully occupied, it will host at least 1 million people. 1 million tourists, what does that mean? They eat, sleep and play all in the scenic area. Just selling them food and souvenirs alone would bring in unimaginable income. Well, if you say so, then indeed, even without ticket sales, we will still make a lot of money. But I just want to know if our scenic area can accommodate so many tourists. With so many tourists coming from all over the country, can the transportation in the northwest keep up? After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chen Jianzhao replied, our Bermuda scenic area, wooden house town scenic area, grassland scenic area and giant saguaro cactus scenic area. The area of these 4 scenic areas is more than the area of 2 cities. Can't a scenic area with the area of 2 cities accommodate 1 or 2 million tourists? I think there is no problem with tourists. Now a small scenic spot in the country receives more than 100,000 people every day during the Golden Week. Their scenic spot doesn't even have a town. We have such a large area, even if 1 or 2 million come, the tourists will still not cause any congestion to our scenic area. After Vice President Lao stood up and finished speaking, Guanku frowned and said, there is definitely no problem with the scenic area's ability to accommodate tourists. The only thing we have to worry about now is Mojiang's ability to transport tourists. Although Mojiang now has Fangjin Airport, the number of tourists transported by the airport is limited every day. In addition, the transportation capacity of high-speed railways, and highways is limited. Moreover, Mojiang and Yi City are now receiving aid from all over the country. Those materials are continuously transported to Yi City and Mojiang from all directions, and they will occupy a large amount of passenger flow. What can be done without problems? If there is a problem, we will solve it. President Guan, I will be responsible for talking to Fangjin Airport and Shangjing. Now the country is focusing on supporting the construction of Mojiang, and we have made so many contributions to the people of Mojiang. I don't believe they will remain indifferent. Go and talk to them. It happens that Shangji will hold an award ceremony in 2 days. Our Saha Scenic Area Construction Management Group, Saha Power Group, and Saha Hospital have all been rated as heroic units. Shangjing has invited us to participate in this commendation meeting. When the time comes, we will take this opportunity to talk to them. Yes, we help them so much. Not only will they stab us in the back, but they will definitely be embarrassed to watch them die without helping. Let's use the opportunity of receiving the award to talk to them. After several people finished speaking, Jiang Chen also agreed. He felt that this was a good opportunity, and Beijing was also preparing to award him the title of People's Hero. He had not originally planned to receive the award, but now it seemed that the time had come to accept the award. We can talk about transportation, but opening our own highway is the most beneficial guarantee for us. Old Yuan, can your road administration company guarantee that the highway will be repaired for me within 1 year? Jiang Chen looked at Mr. Yuan from the road administration company after he finished speaking. Mr. Yuan frowned and said, Brother Jiang, I think it will be difficult to repair it within 1 year. There are more than 2,000 roads from Mojiang to Gan province, and the roads are complicated, which makes construction very difficult. Therefore, I think it will take at least 3 years to repair it. There will be difficulties in doing anything. If there are difficulties, find a way to overcome them. You can't let all our scenic spots spend so much money to accompany you to build roads, right? After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Mr. Yuan's face also looked very dull. After a long time, he said with a dark face, if you want to repair this road within a year, there is only one way, that is to subcontract the entire highway and repair it section by section. Subcontract this highway to several domestic Huajian groups such as Huajian 1, 2, and 3. With their infrastructure maniac personality, let alone 1 year, as long as the money is in place, they can get it done for you in half a year. Mr. Yuan didn't want to subcontract the road because he had his own road administration company and he wanted to repair it himself. If he repaired it himself, he would make a lot of money. You should know that almost every branch of the entire Saha company is making a lot of money. The salaries and year-end bonuses of employees in each branch are very high. Only his road administration company was established a short time ago, earning little money, and the employees' salaries are low, so everyone complained. So this is an opportunity to make money. Okay, then subcontract it out to more companies. No matter how much money it costs, you must repair this road for me when autumn comes. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, General Manager Yuan said, if we subcontract it out section by section, and companies of all sizes can come to do it, then this road will cost at least 130 billion yuan, if the quality is guaranteed. 130 billion is 130 billion yuan. Remember now, you must guarantee the quality of the project for me at all times. We Saha will do everything we can to connect this leg of our Saha Mogan Expressway is equivalent to Jiang Chen's other leg. As long as this leg is not lame, then in the autumn when Saha Group's tourism peak season comes, this road can transport hundreds of thousands or even millions of tourists every day. By then, the money spent by these tourists will be enough for him to repair several grasslands. Okay, then I'll call them now. The people in my road administration company don't contract any section of the road. We are only responsible for supervision. Whoever supervises the section has problems, then I will let him suffer a lawsuit. After saying this, old Yuan went out to make a phone call. After Lao Yuan left, the group of people looked at Jiang Chen again. Now the problem of the scenic spot tickets has been solved, but Chen Jianzhao stood up and asked a question. Brother Jiang, I have a bold idea now. I wonder if Brother Jiang dares to agree. What idea? Since everyone is here, you can tell us, so that we can discuss it. Since we are already offering such a good deal, why don't we make the news bigger? What do you mean? Before, we paid 5,000 yuan for a 2-day tour, but now we pay 500 yuan for an unlimited tour. If this news is released, I don't believe that our scenic spot will be short of tourists. Chapter 396. Why don't you go to heaven? After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Fatty Wang stood up and shouted, Chen Jianzhao, are you a spy sent by God? We don't make much money from 500 yuan for 2 days, and you want to play indefinitely. Why don't you go to heaven? Wait, I think this is really possible. You can think about it. Our tickets are now 500 yuan each, and the people who come to travel will basically change from the upper class to all classes. And for those middle and lower income tourists, it is not easy for them to come here, and if they can only play for 2 days, many people will hesitate. After all, we are too far away, and if they can play indefinitely, then they will dispel this hesitation. President Guan is right. We just said, how much money can we make from tickets? Shouldn't our real money be the money they spend on food, accommodation, shopping, phone cards, and souvenirs here? After Vice President Lau, the person in charge of the grassland scenic area, finished speaking, Jiang Chen also nodded and said, yes, I think this method is feasible. Since they asked us to lower the price, let's play big. Then, whether it is a high-end income family or a low-end income family, they can all come to our scenic area to play. If this is the case, I don't believe that Xinmei Travel Agency can't beat Yiluyang Wang Travel Agency. Brother Jiang, don't you take me, Rendongsheng, seriously? You don't even have a time limit. If I, Rendongsheng, don't beat Yiluyang Wang like a dog, am I still qualified to be the chairman of Xinmei? Okay, the task of defeating Yiluyang Wang Travel Agency is handed over to you. Does everyone have any other questions now? No. Okay, since there are no questions, then today's meeting ends here. We will act according to the spirit of our meeting from now on. All specific instructions will be in the charge of President Guan. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, a group of people nodded and walked out the door. When everyone had left, Chen Jianzhao and Fatty Wang stayed. Old Chen, do you have anything else to say? Well, it's a small matter that I need to discuss with Brother Jiang. Then don't stand there, sit down and talk. Fatty Wang, do you have something to say too? I don't have anything to say. I just came to say hello to you. I'm going to take a plane to Qi province tomorrow. I'm going to buy cattle and sheep, and I may not be able to come back for a while, so I'm saying hello to you in advance, so that you don't have to find me when the time comes. Okay, then go ahead. Your funding problem should not be a problem. You didn't pay a penny last year. Don't tell me you want more money. Am I the kind of person who doesn't want money, Fatty Wang? By the way, Brother Jiang, I'll really be gone for a long time this time. I'm going to the mainland to advertise my wine, and I'm also going to other wineries to recruit talents. In addition, I plan to quickly build a slaughterhouse, a dairy farm, and a milk powder factory on the land you drew for me in the bonded area. Hurry up, otherwise don't come back and tell me that the land has been occupied by them again. Fatty Wang's mentality now is to make full use of all the land he has. As long as he builds a house on the land, no matter how Guan Haozi negotiates with him, he will never give it to Guan Haozi. Okay, you should recruit people, build factories, and poach people. Anyway, you have plenty of money in your pocket now. By the way, I want to tell you that the winery will build a headquarters in the bonded area, and the food factory will also build a factory in the bonded area. Remember to pay taxes on time, and don't let Guo Keming come to trouble me. If you evade taxes, it's not like we can just talk about it in the scenic area. You will be sentenced. Don't worry, when have I ever evaded taxes? Only bastards evade taxes. Fatty Wang said goodbye to Jiang Chen. He really has a lot of things to do when he leaves, and I'm afraid he may not be able to come back by the end of the year. After Fatty Wang left, Chen Jianzhao took out a blueprint and handed it to Jiang Chen, and the two of them looked at the blueprint under the lamp. Brother Jiang, this is the construction blueprint of the music world. Do you think there is anything that needs to be improved? After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Jiang Chen carefully looked at the blueprint. Chen Jianzhao was still introducing it to him. Brother Jiang, look, we plan to cover the entire desert eye with tempered glass, and then build a super large open air concert hall on the desert eye. After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, he pointed to the blueprint. Jiang Chen looked at the blueprint. According to the design, they plan to build an open air stage in the southern half of the desert eye. This stage is connected to the edge of the desert eye. At that time, celebrities and various music associations can hold concerts here. The stage design is very clever. The front half is all tempered glass paved auditorium, which is the VIP area. The part close to the land is the ordinary area. Yes, there is no problem with this design. Brother Jiang, look here. In the very middle part of the desert eye, we built a glass plank road. This will become an internet celebrity attraction, and tourists can walk through the middle and see what's going on inside the desert eye from the middle. We plan to build some colorful lights on the walls of the desert eye, and when the lights are on at night, people will stand on it and look down, and it will feel very beautiful. Very good. Now the glass plank roads are very famous in many places, and everyone likes it very much. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chen Jianzhao became even more excited. He pointed to the top of the map and said, we have built a super recording studio on this part. We bought the most advanced recording equipment in the world. In addition, this design integrates the echo effect of the desert eye, which is a super recording studio that blends with nature. Once it is built, it will be the best recording studio in the whole of China. Chen Jianzhao's design indeed made full use of every piece of land in the desert eye music world, and Jiang Chen was very satisfied. Very good, let's build it according to this design. You must speed up the construction period and make sure they start business as soon as possible. Jiang Chen's approval made Chen Jianzhao feel relieved. Brother Chen, the construction can be completed soon, but we are short of funds now. All the money of our desert construction management group was handed over to the head office before the new year, so. After Chen Jianzhao finished speaking, Jiang Chen smiled awkwardly. It seemed that he didn't stay to let him look at the drawings, but to ask him for money. Okay, then how much do you think it will cost? Even if he asked him for money, Jiang Chen couldn't refuse now. After all, he had shown him the drawings for a long time and he agreed to it. Our plan is not expensive. It will take about 100 million to complete it. An investment of 100 million was far beyond Jiang Chen's expectation. Jiang Chen was originally planning to invest several hundred million, but now he no longer had the ambition, because the desert rose was only 100 yuan a piece. What else could he think of? You guys start with the construction first. I'll write you a note later and ask them to give you 100 million first after the roses are sold. Thank you, Brother Jiang. I promise that within 2 months, I will open the music world scenic area to the public. Question mark? Chapter 397 Meeting with the Big Shot. After Chen Jianzhao solved the funding problem, he turned around and left in a funny way. Chen Jianzhao is now at his most ambitious. He is in charge of the Bermuda Scenic Area, the World Scenic Area and the Grassland Scenic Area. This means that he controls nearly 1/4 of the entire Sahara group's income. After Chen Jianzhao left, the room became quiet again. Jiang Chen leaned on the sofa and began to think about his future. Jiang Chen is now subject to too many restrictions. He wondered if there was a possibility that one day he would have his own laws like the Special Administrative Region, and then have his own pricing power. Jiang Chen thought about it in the chair until dawn. After dawn, Jiang Chen fell into a deep sleep. On the third day of Jiang Chen's stay in the scenic area, Guanku drove to pick up Jiang Chen. They were going to Beijing to attend the award ceremony. They set out from Mojiang and rushed to Beijing. At night, they stayed at the Chengnan Hotel. I don't know how the news that Jiang Chen stayed at the Chengnan Hotel was leaked. The next day, when Jiang Chen was about to attend the award ceremony, the hotel entrance was surrounded by hundreds of media. Brother Jiang, it's bad. There are media at the door. They want to interview you. Guanku said anxiously. Jiang Chen smiled and said, since they want to interview us, let them do it. Anyway, we can't avoid this hurdle. But our award ceremony is about to begin, and I have made an appointment with the leaders in Beijing. After the award ceremony, they will give us 10 minutes to listen to our demands. That's easy. Let these media wait for us at the door of the award ceremony. Tell them that I will give them 10 minutes of interview time after the award ceremony. Jiang Chen tidied his clothes and rushed to the Oriental Hotel with a group of people. In order to avoid reporters, they went to the back door. At the Oriental Hotel, when Jiang Chen arrived, all the leaders were present. Ma Yaowei, Guo Keming and others hurried to greet Jiang Chen. There were many winners this time. Most of the leaders in Yi City and Mojiang won awards. However, among private enterprises, only Sahara Group won the award. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are holding the Spring Storm Heroes Awards ceremony. We welcome the media and people from all walks of life. After the host finished speaking, he introduced the leaders and award presenters who were attending the ceremony. There was a song and dance performance before the award ceremony. After the song and dance performance, the leaders gave a detailed introduction to the disaster situation in Mojiang and Yi City and the heroic deeds of Jiang Chen and his team in resisting the storm. After the leaders' introduction, the award ceremony officially began. The first person to come on stage was Ma Yaowei, who won several awards including the People's Servant Award and the People's Hero Award. The next person to come on stage was Guo Keming, who also won many awards. Then he presented Jiang Chen with the Best Citizen Award for Touching China, the People's Hero Award, the Best Entrepreneur Award and several other awards. Jiang Chen was not interested in these at first, but he knew that these awards were very useful for the development of his group, so he gladly accepted them. After Jiang Chen received the award, they also presented the Best Enterprise of the Year Award to Sahara Group, the Hero Unit Award to Sahara Hospital, and several other Hero Unit Awards to Mojiang Scenic Area Construction and Management Group. After the award ceremony, the award-winning representative Ma Yaowei went on stage to give a speech. While he was speaking, a man with a briefcase walked up to Jiang Chen, leaned over and said to him, "The leader wants to see you. The leader will only give you 10 minutes. You can explain your request." After the man finished speaking, Jiang Chen hurriedly got up and followed him to a meeting room next to the concert hall. After walking into the meeting room, there were already 2 rows of people sitting in the meeting room. They were one of the few important figures in China that can be seen frequently on TV. When Jiang Chen first came in, he was a little reserved. After all, these were all high-level people in Beijing. The big shot in the middle also noticed Jiang Chen's restraint. He stood up with a smile and shook hands with Jiang Chen, then patted him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, young man, you are not afraid of the sandstorm, so why are you nervous when you see us old guys?" "Hello, leader." Jiang Chen hurriedly bent down and bowed, saying hello. Several people around him nodded to Jiang Chen. "Zhao Jiang, I heard that you have a lot of opinions about our document." "I don't have any opinions, but my scenic spot also needs to develop. Now my ticket prices have been reduced, and the prices of things in my scenic spot have also been reduced. But you leaders know that it takes a lot of money to maintain the development of the scenic spot. And if I don't develop well, then Yi City and Mojiang will not even have the last barrier." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the old leader smiled and said, "We have known for a long time that you will definitely have opinions. We have discussed it. This time the scenic spot management is imperative, but considering your specific situation, we are going to Beijing to compensate you to a certain extent." Speaking of compensation, Jiang Chen hurriedly shook his head and said, "I don't need any compensation. I just came here to ask the leader if he can agree to some small things for me. It is said that businessmen value profits." The leader was a little surprised to see Jiang Chen did not want compensation. "Young man, what do you want me to promise you?" "The price of our scenic spot has been reduced, so to maintain our development, we must increase the volume. So I request to increase the number of flights from various cities to the airport near my scenic spot, and I also request to open a few more high-speed trains to Mojiang." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, a group of people laughed. "We would do this, even if you didn't say it. We have already held a meeting to study it. The next highlight of our Shangjing is to develop Mojiang. We want to make Mojiang a bridgehead for our Northwest Defense Line. So we are going to upgrade Fangjin Airport to Fangjin International Airport. From today, Fangjin International Airport will have flights to every medium-sized city in the country. In addition, we will also increase the number of high-speed trains from Shangjing to Mojiang. After the leader finished speaking, Jiang Chen became happy. His trip was not in vain. He knew Shangjing's current attitude towards the city. From this attitude, he could know that Sahara Group would definitely become the top group in the country in the future. Thank you for your concern. That's all my questions. Sorry for bothering you. Jiang Chen bowed again. When the old leader saw Jiang Chen turning around and leaving, he smiled and said to Jiang Chen, "Young man, you asked so many of us to give you 10 minutes. You didn't do that just to talk about this?" "That's right, young man. Do you really not want our compensation? Don't you want to hear how much compensation we plan to give you every year?" Chapter 398. Don't celebrate too early. When it comes to subsidies, everyone wants them. You should know that China has never been stingy in subsidies for livelihood projects. No need, the money still needs to be earned by one's own real ability. Relying on state subsidies is never a long-term solution. As long as the leaders can truly pay attention to Mojiang, this is enough. Jiang Chen knew that the news that China would vigorously develop the city in Mojiang must not have been announced to the public yet. You know, this news is worth a lot of money. Jiang Chen left the meeting room. After he finished speaking, a group of leaders looked at Jiang Chen's back as he left, and they couldn't help but discuss. Not bad, this young man. I think he has a promising future. Not seeking fame and fortune, not wanting subsidies. I have never seen such an enterprise. Xiao Fang, pay special attention to him in the future, and notify him that, as long as it is his enterprise, you should take care of it as much as you can, and give the green light when you can, and you must not make it difficult for him. After several leaders finished speaking, several secretaries standing beside them nodded, and wrote it down in their notebooks. After receiving the award, Jiang Chen was surrounded by a group of media. Before he walked out of the concert hall, Manager Jiang, can we interview you? Manager Jiang, are you here to attend the award ceremony in Beijing, to ask for state subsidies? Manager Jiang, what do you think about the restrictions on the scenic area this time? Manager Jiang, will the restrictions on the scenic area this time cause your scenic area to suffer a devastating disaster? Without high ticket prices, there will be no income. How will Sahara Group make a profit next? A group of media reporters raised their microphones very high. Several security guards hurried over to maintain discipline. Guan Ku and others also hurried over when they saw this. Please step back. Media friends who want to interview, please don't cross this line. Several people acted as a human wall between Jiang Chen and the reporters. Jiang Chen had time to answer everyone's questions. I didn't come to Beijing to ask for any state subsidies. I just came to get the certificate of recognition for our company. Without state subsidies, can your company still pay wages? Did you come to Beijing this time to get a loan? Now that Yunjinyuan stock price continues to be sluggish, have you already admitted defeat to Huayangnyanhua? Xinmei Travel Agency's mainland market has basically been taken over by Yilu Yangguang. Excuse me, will Xinmei Travel Agency be delisted? After some reporters asked questions. At this moment, at the headquarters of Huayangnyanhua, ZHU Xiang and others were so happy that they were about to jump up. More than a dozen shareholders even opened champagne in advance and celebrated. It would be strange if Jiang Chen didn't die because of the price limit order of the scenic spot this time. Now their roses have been reduced to 100 each. If this continues, they will definitely not be able to make ends meet. In less than a month, their group will definitely go bankrupt. When they go bankrupt, we will directly buy Yunjinyuan flower shop at the bottom. That's right, I didn't expect Shangjing to help us so much. Look at the news. Yunjinyuan flower shop's stock has fallen to the lowest point again. ZHU Xiang picked up a glass of champagne, and he asked everyone to raise it and said, come on, let's celebrate in advance. This time you helped me defeat Yunjinyuan flower shop, and my status in the ZHU family will rise. When I become rich, I will definitely not forget all of you present. ZHU Xiang looked forward to his bright future with pride. ZHU Chang was also like this at this moment. After ZHU Chang learned that Jiang Chen came to Shangjing, he drove to the Oriental Hotel where Jiang Chen received the award. Moreover, half of the reporters who surrounded Jiang Chen were invited by ZHU Chang. Xinmei Travel Agency and Yunjinyuan Flower Shop will not be delisted. Not only that, I also want to tell everyone that you should hurry up and buy the stocks of Xinmei Travel Agency and Yunjinyuan Flower Shop now. I guarantee that you will laugh secretly. Jiang Chen was not finished speaking when someone suddenly came in clapping his hands. Okay, well said. I like to hear you bragging, even when you are about to die. As soon as the man finished speaking, a group of media looked at him again. ZHU Chang, what do you want to do? The person who came was ZHU Chang, the chairman of Yuluyanguang Travel Agency. I don't want to do anything. Aren't you still stubborn until now? What's going on? Are you short of money? If you are short of money, tell me. Kneel down and beg me. How much money do you need? I will lend it to you. Ha 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 ha. After ZHU Chan finished speaking, Chen Jianzhao and others went up to beat him up, but Jiang Chen hurriedly stopped them. After all, they had just won the medal of the People's Hero. How could the People's Hero be so concerned with such a person? ZHU Chang, you want to see me laugh, right? Well, so many media friends are here, and I just happen to have a few things to announce. Since you are here, come and listen. Excuse me, are you going to announce the closure of Mojiang Scenic Area? After a reporter said this, Jiang Chen wanted to beat him up. If you keep talking about closure, I'll fuck you. What I want to announce is that the ticket price of Mojiang Scenic Area will be adjusted to 500 yuan per ticket from today. In addition, there will be no limit on the duration of the tour in Mojiang Scenic Area from today. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, a reporter looked at Jiang Chen with a microphone and asked him, "Are you crazy? 500 yuan per ticket and you don't limit the duration of the tour? How do you make money?" "Don't worry about how I make money. I can see that you reporters have never really understood my scenic area, so you ask these childish questions. Okay, from now on, everyone can go to Xinmei Travel Agency and its partner travel agencies to sign up." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the media started to write reports. If you open Migu News at this moment, you will find that the entire Migu News is dominated by Jiang Chen. Morning News, Sahara Group is making its last struggle. From today on, all tickets of Sahara Group will be 500 yuan each, and there is no limit on the duration. Southern Weekend, the price limit order has caused the scenic spot to fall into operational difficulties. Jiang Chen is ready to give up the profitability of the scenic spot. Travel bar, will low price tickets and unlimited tours cause the stock price of Xinmei Travel Agency to soar? Let us wait and see. Within a few minutes of the news report, the ticket price of Sahara Scenic Spot was reduced to 500 yuan per ticket, and the news of unlimited tours quickly entered the Kyandu search rankings. Not only that, 10 minutes after the price reduction news report came out, the news of the price reduction of Sahara Scenic Spot entered the top 10 of Kyandu hot searches. At the Oriental Hotel, a group of media wanted to ask Jiang Chen questions, but Jiang Chen's phone suddenly rang. At the same time, ZHU Chang's phone also rang. Jiang Chen turned on his phone, and it was Ren Dongsheng calling him. "Brother Jiang, the news of the scenic spot's price reduction has spread all over the internet. Should we come out and announce this now? Our customer service phone line has been flooded with calls from tourists who want to inquire about travel. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 399 Takeoff. The price reduction storm made Xinmei Travel Agency the first to become popular. After Ren Dongsheng finished calling Jiang Chen, the vice president beside him shouted again behind him, General Manager, look, our stock is starting to rise." Ren Dongsheng looked up at the company's monitor, and sure enough Xinmei Travel Agency's stock began to rise. "Brother Jiang, I think it's time to announce the news of the price reduction of the scenic spot to everyone. As long as we announce this news, our stock will be able to reach the daily limit today." After Ren Dongsheng finished speaking, Jiang Chen smiled and said, "Okay, then announce it now." "I have already announced it to the media. You can also hold a press conference. From now on, Xinmei Travel Agency's branches across the country will reduce prices. Put up the sign for me." All scenic spots are 500 unlimited travel time. Okay, I'll hold a press conference. Also, when you make money, you will pay the wages of Sahara Group for the next 2 months. Brother Jiang, don't worry, don't say 2 months. I will pay 3 months. Everyone was very excited. Who wouldn't be excited? They had only a few tourists every day in the spring. They have so many branches across the country. How much money do they have to lose every day? Now that there are suddenly more tourists, how can he not be happy? Jiang Chen just hung up the phone, and ZHU Chang's face turned pale. What should I do, Mr. ZHU? Think of a solution quickly. As soon as the price of Sahara Scenic Area dropped, all the tourists who originally booked domestic tours came to refund their tickets. They all want to go to Sahara Scenic Area, and they also asked if they can sign up with us to go to Sahara Scenic Area. Fuck Sahara Scenic Area. Tell them that Sahara Scenic Area is about to close down, and whoever goes there will be unlucky. ZHU Chang said angrily. Jiang Chen looked at ZHU Chang and sneered. If you say that, I will sue you for defamation. Okay, wait, I'll see how long you can be arrogant. ZHU Chang turned around and walked out the door. At this time, a group of reporters surrounded ZHU Chang. Excuse me, now that all the tourists are going to the scenic spot, do you have any countermeasures? Can Sunshine Travel Agency still keep its title as the fastest growing travel agency in the country? Will you introduce preferential domestic travel policies? After a group of reporters finished speaking, several people next to ZHU Chang went up and pushed the reporters away. A leader-like person shouted to the media, "We are not accepting interviews today, but I can tell you that we are about to cooperate with overseas scenic spots. At that time, our Sunshine Travel Agency will still be the fastest growing travel agency in our industry." After several people pushed the reporters away, ZHU Chang and others left. After ZHU Chang left, the reporters came to interview Jiang Chen again, and at this moment they had changed their faces again. Excuse me, after you lowered the price, can the ticket revenue maintain the expenses and maintenance of the scenic spot? Excuse me, is the rose really 100 yuan per stem? What platform can we use to buy it now? A group of reporters wanted to buy it. You know, beach roses are not only beautiful, but also have great medicinal value. If they bought Sahara roses and took a bath at home, they would be much younger. We will only make more money after the ticket price drops. I hope you reporters will spend a little money to visit my scenic spot and then come to interview me, okay? 99% of the reporters in Beijing have never been to Jiang Chen's scenic spot. In their eyes, Jiang Chen's scenic spot is just a piece of grass in the desert and then charge for admission, that's all. And Sahara Rose, let me tell you first, Sahara Rose is currently only sold nationwide through Yunjian Flower Shop. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and soon his mobile phone rang again. Jiang Chen asked Guan Ku to receive the reporters, and he answered the phone. Brother Jiang, it's amazing. Our stocks were still falling in the morning. How come our stocks started to rise wildly at this moment? Li Hubo has been busy preparing to sell roses, and he didn't read the news on the internet. To his surprise, his stocks suddenly rose. Jiang Chen was also a little surprised because the price of roses dropped to 100 per rose, and he had just told the reporter the news, and the reporter couldn't publish the article so quickly. What's going on? Jiang Chen was wondering when suddenly a push message popped up on Megu News. Beijing News. The National Committee officially approved the document on the establishment of Yimo Special Zone. In the future, Yimo Special Zone will become one of China's 3 major reform experimental economic zones together with Shenzhen and Jiangcheng. National News Center. The establishment of Yimo Special Zone will mark that the Northwest has entered the fast lane of reform and development. In addition, the document on the construction and development of Yimo Special Zone clearly stated that Sahara Group will be supported to become a key enterprise in the northwest of China to fight against wind and sand. After reading the news, Jiang Chen was stunned. He never expected that the country would establish special economic zones in Yishi and Mojiang. He also never expected that the country would include his company in the list of special zone development support. Oh my god, no wonder the stocks of Xinmei Travel Agency and Yunjian Flower Shop soared. Once this document came out, anyone who is not a fool could guess that Sahara Group is going to take off. This is indeed the case. What shareholders are most worried about is Sahara Group, the parent company behind Jiang Flower Shop. They were worried that the Sahara Group would perish because of this price cut. But now the country has clearly proposed to focus on supporting the Sahara Group, which means that the Sahara Group will not only not disappear, but will develop greatly. Then Jiang, as the only domestic listed flower company of the Sahara Group, will undoubtedly be given special attention. So once the worries of shareholders are resolved, there is nothing to say about the surge in the stock price of Jiang flowers. Only, you will know, after reading the news. By the way, it is now announced that, in order to cooperate with the national guiding documents on the construction and development of scenic spots, Sahara roses will be sold at 100 yuan each, and will only be sold in Jiang Flower Shop. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Li Hubo immediately nodded and said, "Okay, I will hold a press conference right away." After hanging up the phone, more than 200 branches of Jiang Flower Shop across the country simultaneously advertised that from today on, each Sahara rose will be sold at 100 yuan. After the news was released, a long line soon formed in front of Jiang Flower Shop. There were also people in the line holding snackaskin bags, and they were all ready to buy Sahara roses in packages. After Jiang Chen sent the media away, Jiang Chen's phone rang again. Jiang Chen opened the phone and saw that it was Dean Zhao of Peking University calling him. "Hello, Dean Zhao, why are you calling me? What's the matter?" After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Dean Zhao on the other end of the phone said with a smile, "I heard that you are in Beijing. It just so happens that our school has decided to award you the title of Honorary Doctor of Peking University after research. We hope you can come once." After Dean Zhao finished speaking, Jiang Chen laughed. "Dean Zhao, you are joking. How can a dropout student like me be worthy of the title of doctor? No, 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 you are better than postdoctoral fellows in the research of desert oasis. It is not too much to directly hire you as a professor. This is a little gift from our alma mater. I hope you don't refuse." Chapter 400, The Tattooed Bald Guy Causing Trouble. Dean Zhao of Peking University and Tsinghua University said that he would issue a doctorate certificate to Jiang Chen. Seeing this, Guan Ku hurriedly nodded to Jiang Chen and said, "Agree. Now it is a world that values status. If you don't have a title, you will be laughed at wherever you go. Besides, Jiang is a dropout from Peking University and Tsinghua University, so it won't sound good if you tell others about it. Guan Ku is a businessman after all. The most important thing for a business is to be high-end and atmospheric. If Jiang Chen can get the honorary title of doctor from Peking University and Tsinghua University, then their business will also give people a high-end feeling. Okay, then I would like to thank my alma mater. I will rush over now." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he led Guan Ku's people to Peking University and Tsinghua University. After arriving at Peking University and Tsinghua University, Peking University also held a special welcome ceremony for Jiang Chen, which made Jiang Chen a little uncomfortable. In the conference room of Peking University and Tsinghua University, Dean Zhao personally issued an honorary certificate to Jiang Chen, and Guan Ku and others hurriedly took photos. After issuing the honorary certificate, Dean Zhao introduced Jiang Chen to the current development of Peking University and Tsinghua University. When talking about the animal husbandry college that they were about to build, Dean Zhao couldn't help but sigh. From his sighing expression, Jiang Chen knew what he meant. Today, Tsinghua University and Peking University are universities that are not short of money, but this lack of money does not mean that every major is not short of money. For those popular majors, alumni donations alone are worth a lot of money every year, but the animal husbandry major is indeed much worse. Not only is it difficult to recruit students for the animal husbandry major, but after graduation, students cannot be as successful as students from other majors. Therefore, this also gave Dean Zhao a headache. It's a good thing to build a college of animal husbandry. This society not only needs business people in suits and ties, but also technicians who are quietly dedicated to animal husbandry and agriculture. Yes, in order to recruit students, we want to solve their worries. Now the country is vigorously building the IMA special zone and focusing on supporting the development of your company. Today, Sahara Group has become the first choice for graduates from major universities. Every graduate is honored to go to your group. So I was thinking that, if we can reach a cooperation, how many more talents in animal husbandry will be cultivated for our country? Today, Tsinghua University and Peking University are the main talent supply bases of Sahara Group. Jiang Chen also signed a relevant agreement with the Employment Office of Tsinghua University. Sahara Group will give priority to recruiting graduates from Tsinghua University, and Tsinghua University will also give priority to recommending Sahara Group to students. However, among the majors signed, there are no majors of the College of Animal Husbandry. So Dean Zhao wanted me to take the blame. No wonder he was so kind to grant me a doctorate. But since my alma mater needs it, I can't just sit there and watch. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen nodded to Dean Zhao and said, okay, it's a good thing for us to cooperate. Our Sahara Animal Husbandry Group wants to build a dairy factory, a milk powder factory and a meat processing enterprise, and we also need a lot of talents in this area. So, please help us train more students in this area. Okay. Our majors are all comprehensive categories, and they can only be subdivided into specific minor majors in the second year. When our students graduate, they can go to your place for internship. As long as you are satisfied, they can stay and work there directly. After Dean Zhao finished speaking, Jiang Chen also nodded and said, this is the best. As long as the employees can enter our Sahara Animal Husbandry Group, our Sahara Group will refund their tuition. Dean Zhao was even happier after Jiang Chen finished speaking. You know, it is really difficult to recruit boys in agriculture and animal husbandry now. If their tuition can be waived. Moreover, they can enter the super companies in the special zone to work. In addition, they also have academic qualifications from Peking University and Tsinghua University. If Dean Zhao recruits students in this way, he will be confident that he can recruit people. In the evening, Dean Zhao wanted to invite Guanku and Jiang Chen and others to a banquet, but Jiang Chen refused. After all, Jiang Chen is busy like a top now. After leaving Peking University and Tsinghua University, Jiang Chen was about to rush to the airport. On the way to the airport, Jiang Chen happened to pass by Yunjinyuan flower shop at the school gate. At this moment, there was a line of 1 or 2 miles in front of Yunjinyuan flower shop. Looking at the long line, Jiang Chen thought that this place was giving away gold for free. Brother Jiang, it's our Yunjinyuan flower shop. This is really great. If there are so many customers in every city, we can make Yunjinyuan flower shop earn more than 10 billion a year just by selling flowers. After Guanku finished speaking, Jiang Chen asked the driver to stop the car. He was going to go to the flower shop to take a look. Yunjinyuan flower shop at the entrance of Tsinghua University and Peking University is not very big. Before he reached the entrance of Yunjinyuan flower shop, Jiang Chen saw another flower shop next to Yunjinyuan flower shop. This flower shop is 2 or 3 times bigger than Yunjinyuan flower shop, and the decoration is brighter and more impressive. Compared with it, Yunjinyuan flower shop instantly looks much stingier. But what is surprising is that there are very few people buying flowers in that big flower shop. In the mood for love is this Zhu Ziang's flower shop. Looking at In the Mood for Love flower shop, Jiang Chen couldn't help laughing. This Zhu Ziang is really a jerk. He opened a flower shop next to my flower shop and built it so well. Isn't this deliberately trying to squeeze me out? Brother Jiang, they are shooting themselves in the foot. The rent of their store in Shangjing is no less than 100,000 a month. You see, they don't even have people buying flowers. Add to that the employees' wages, and I don't know how much money they will lose this month. As several people were talking, a quarrel suddenly broke out in the flower shop. Hearing the noise of quarrel, Jiang Chen hurriedly walked towards the flower shop. I want 10,000 roses. Don't talk nonsense. Hurry up and pack them. I'll pay now. You decide whether to pay by card or cash. Sorry, we can't sell you so many roses. We still have so many customers here. We have to ensure that everyone who comes to line up can buy roses. Stop talking nonsense. I have money. I want to buy. You must sell to me. Otherwise I will complain to the State Administration for Industry and Commerce. The one who made trouble was a tattooed bald man, and there were more than a dozen younger brothers around him. The dozen younger brothers pointed at the employees in the store and shouted, "What's the matter? You don't want to give face to our boss? I tell you, you have to sell today, whether you want to or not. Otherwise we will smash your store." Sorry, we don't have 100,000 roses in our store. The road to the northwest has just been opened, and it takes time to pick roses, so we only have 1 or 2,000 roses now. If you don't have it, hurry in. I'll be here today. If you don't give me enough roses, you can forget about opening my store. Question mark? End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.